question and then like, keep, these are the numbers, and we're like, yeah, they don't help.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Scrub Central Scrubs Tournament. And this is live qualifier number 11. I hope you are as excited as I am. On Restream today, we will have Maris Barres, Wildcat, Enigmatic Hylian, and Shawnee. And as for commentators today, we have Alpha Alphail and Daredevil X. Hello, people.
What up?
Are you excited for today's race?
Super excited.
This is going to be a good one, definitely.
Yeah, they all have been. I think that's something about scrub seeds. they're always fun to watch.
There's something magical, right?
Yeah, often more fun to watch than they are to play.
I think that goes for rando seeds in general, right? Just playing them is rough sometimes, right?
It certainly can be, but we got some real good runners here today. Who are faces to the Scrubs tournament, also some people who've been around the season. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a good race. Like we're not too far away from getting started. 70 and
still have the
race today,
on, right? I was trying to take a peek at what our song and medallions are that we're starting with.
Yeah.
But it seems that
get that sorted out quick enough. Pretty exciting to see this many people out on a Saturday morning. Although I guess
okay. So actually let me
like we're starting as child.
No, don't mention. Right clicks are hard.
Who remembers that?
Typing
Looks like.
Okay, so we're starting with the light medallion. We're starting in Temple of Time as a child.
All the time.
And we have Nocturne.
Looks like interesting starting position. Some people check pedestal right away. Some AD is on life support. We got Bolero Fire there. Ice Cavern way of the hero. We're gonna get Pyro Castle Foolish and Valley Foolish. Okay, so some useful hints right off the
bat. We got add percent and we got a little bit of lag. We are working on it.
Bear with us as we work through this slideshow of Enigmatic Hylian deciding to go adult right away.
Yeah, that's fair. Check out what your medallions are and just like use Nocturne to get to KEG, get this free song.
Yeah, you can check the adult save warp without too much risk because of that starting song. Get a couple of quick checks. Sorry, I've moved my microphone away a little bit. Is that better? I don't want to deafen anybody. It's early stuff.
I mean, people wake up that way, right? Like, who needs coffee?
Just my is glaring in your.
They awake.
So it looks like we got a couple of people rushing to Lon Lon. So it's pretty typical. Starting as child, you want to get those two songs from quick as possible. Interested to see how Hylian's early adult play works out. It is a bit of a gamble. If the child songs wind up being really useful and he doesn't have them, then the other ones are going to be able to do things in their adult able to. But on the other hand, he may pick up stuff that's one. So we'll see how it turns out.
There we go. That's better.
Early adult has always been like, ever since like I started playing in season 3, early adult has always been this like very risky kind of opening where you kind of really have to get lucky, but if you get lucky, you really get an advantage out of that. So that's something you can consider. Most people probably don't want to go early adult without having at least a bomb bag, so I can do like the KEG into DC play. It looks like Hylian is going to go up the river here. Did we get
I really like this play.
Did we get a hint?
No, we didn't.
Ooh,
We didn't,
unhinted river.
so that-
in the graveyard, which is annoying because if
I really like this play. I think if you're gonna do early adult, you may as well get as much out of it as possible. Especially with having Nocturne here, you're still gonna have the time of day.
Yeah, you're right.
to
That's actually a
make
really
hack.
good- Wait, that's
love
that's
to see it,
choose.
especially with a nocturne.
Choose. Okay.
Another
That's
free
really
song.
good. They also,
That-
but they have like a very, yeah, that's really risky.
That's a tough jump.
So
You don't
That's a
have
really
you
tough-
don't have a way to kill the Octoroks if you go from this side. You don't have a shield, so
Am I going
you can
even
it's
closer
you
to
can
you, like,
potentially
really?
waste a lot of time here. And like at the moment, time of day is really important to make it into daytime CAC.
True, it's true. Especially because the child save warp is in market. If you go back child and it's night, you're kind of stuck. So yeah, there is a way to kill this Octorok just with a jump slash, but the timing is really
not
fussy.
attempt that. I'm not brave enough.
Yeah.
To do that.
The timing
Yeah.
is really fussy. You
I
gotta
actually
spawn
just,
him
like,
and then jump.
There's
the
a
right
setup
way.
that you can do from the other side. That's what
Mhm,
that's the one
with the backflips.
yeah, like 5 backflips and then
Yeah.
and that's
So
a free
hopefully-
shield in London Ranch. So
Team
that would have
Provided
he
Shield
got
wins
it.
this one.
Okay, he got
You
it.
got it. Nice.
The
Early
problem now
two.
is that it's going to be nighttime.
Time of day is not going to be working out great for him, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
And big
That was
pose.
a big
wait,
pull.
wait, was
What
that
was it?
big pose is a bottle? I think that's
I
Big
saw
Pose-
bottle. Yeah,
Red potion bottle.
I saw bottle.
Yeah, that's vanilla. So I guess no one is getting that one.
Impression.
Valley is foolish. That's a really good hint to get as an like in this position because well you can avoid Valley, and I could imagine that both Maria and Shawnee go for the Valley, the London Ranger to Valley play here, wasting their time essentially.
I think there was also a valley hint outside of Temple of Time.
Okay, yeah, so they're not going to miss that. If they walk out, they're not going to miss that. So
I have no
Valley-
idea what you're talking.
A very nice hint to have at hand very early. And it looks like Shawnee's actually heading south here. And that's the second copy of Hyrule Field being foolish, so far we got the choose, but nothing that really stands out. Choose are really strong, but we have not seen how many choose we got yet.
Well, on the child route, we got ZL out of Long
Oh, that's
Time from the
oh,
Composer Grave.
Shoot the Sun is Dead. And yeah, ZL is definitely a song that you really want to bring into your Adult 1 into CAG the first time you arrive. Because it gets you a free song. So that's
So far, at least, though, there haven't been any warp songs on child. So, like for instance, getting Minuet is really useful for adult 1. You can quickly
that's
get out
a
to Sacred
bomb
Forest
bag.
Meadow. Ooh.
Where was that? I think that's Open Grotto. That's really good.
Pretty cool.
Well, that bomb bag, having that bomb bag in Hyrule Field while you're there is fantastic, and it also kind of negates the point of finding the choose, right? So far the gamble has not paid out, and oh my god, that's a hook shot too. Hyrule Field is stacked, and Shawnee is on the roll. Wow. So hookshot and
Early
bomb bag,
field
that's like,
play.
that's like the most powerful items you find right off the bat. That's insane, dude. Looking good.
Paying out big time. Hey, so some early divergence leading us to some very different. If Dampe maybe pays out for highly.
I mean, the other runners are going to get there eventually anyway, so I don't think that's going to lead to a massive lead, especially that we found the most impactful items that you want to pick up before your Adult 1. We have found those already. So...
The one thing that can sometimes pay out big with an early adult is if you find, for instance, Rose Letter, if you find like the slingshot and there's something on target in the woods, you know, something that's really helpful in your child 1.
Yeah.
So that may still work out.
It's like looking for... Like, going early adult, you're looking for an item to do something with as child. Going early, like, playing the early child route, you're going to look for an item that's more impactful as an adult. With the adult part of the game being much bigger than the child one, and the child items in general not unlocking too many things by themselves anyway, like, the early adult gamble is kind of... Well, it is really risky, honestly. But...
It is a gamble, that's for sure. So far, yeah, nothing much turn besides the adult, and we're gonna get our first look at Kakiri Forest with what Mido's got for us today.
And we're going to see the song from Composer's Grave. This is Song of Time. Not very exciting, honestly. Okay, there's a lot to digest here. Mido's had a wallet, which is not that powerful by itself. And also Iron Boots. Okay.
Iron Boots, okay.
In the graveyard. Here, for Enigmatic Hylian. So having this... And the choose. Like, I could see a Dodongo's Cavern play here. Iron Magic 2? Oh my god. And nice arrows. The ice
Very
arrow
nice.
Next to the cow.
We're 1/5 of the way there.
Okay, so Damper digging. Shawnee making excellent use of his time of day routing here. Let's see if Damper has something. Okay, unfortunately not, but Shawnee is in a really good position right now with all the stuff he found. Bringing that, like, Hyrule Field is really awkward to route in most of the time, especially if you don't have Serenade. So, like, Shawnee has some really, really powerful stuff here going, and the Strength too now, so... Well, Strength 1, but he has the Strength, Karma 2.
Strength as well, yeah. I think that was good use of the Valley Foolish hint, like knowing that it's foolish, clearing out Hyrule Field, and knowing that they set up to go to Graveyard. I think that was really good routing on his part there.
Yeah, I mean it's like a risk for sure, like a very small one. But like you have Nocturne, which brings you pretty close to where you want to be anyway. So like just doing the hike to South Hyrule once, trying to fish for the open grotto, that's definitely a commitment, but it paid off this time, so can't be mad about that, I guess.
Yeah, that's one of those checks that if you don't do it early, you can wind up like 2.5 hours into the race being like, check open grotto. Anything could be there.
Wait, what is that on top of? What was that on top of the Dodongo's Cavern? Was that another hookshot?
Wasn't looking.
Or am I just blind?
Wildcat's not going for it, so...
Yeah, Chickens is dead, as usual. Gerudo Training Grounds Worth doesn't... Yeah, we have Song of Time already, so that's fine, I guess. And
yeah, for the moment we don't have any way to get there.
Yeah, but...
Something in the windmill that Hylian's trying... I didn't see what it was.
That's a big Poe bottle. I mean, that's 2 bottles right there, because Big Pose gives you a bottle.
Great. So Rush Ice.
I actually like picking this up.
Yeah.
And that's a Serenade. Shawnee's not going to be too happy to find this, but I think with
like, there's a third bottle and it's got a letter on it. Deku Tree.
Early Deku Tree is just an incredibly broken play. With it being open, it's so quick. We have the Deku equipment, so we don't even need to farm rupees. We can just go there right away as soon as we reach the forest. It has so many quick checks, and it's like... And this time it's the Forest Medallion too, so it gives us a free song for the adult. So this is really a no-brainer. I mean, no one except Enigmatic Hylian knows that it's the Forest Medallion, but this is like... It feels like early child is the play in the seed, honestly. Like, adults didn't really yield anything so far.
Yeah.
At least we got a 10-pack of choose. Yeah.
So another thing that the runners that Stage Child will be able to do in Adult 1 is Rush Ice. They're going to pick up that bottle in Windmill. They'll have Zelda's Lullaby to get into Zora's domain if they're able to do King Zora skip, and we do know that Ice is Way of the Hero. That was one of the hints outside of Temple of Time.
Oh yeah, that's Rush Ice.
Yeah, I think this is a Rush Ice seed if I ever saw one. It's even in logic with that bomb bag and that Ruto's letter and that Zelda's lullaby. Like Ice is fully in logic.
Ooh, that's spicy, dude.
So yeah, we're gonna see sub hour Ice Cavern is my prediction.
I mean, you get the Botless Child. Like the only person, like I could maybe see Enigmatic Hylian go for that, but like he has to go back to the market to empty the bottle and get the other one. So he has a free.
He also doesn't have ZL.
He
Didn't
doesn't
do
have
Lon
ZL.
Ranch.
Yes, he has to get up fast. Ocarina of Time is Bolero, so it's not AD unless there's an item, and that's hover boots on top of the crater, I think.
Yeah, AD on life support. There's still lots of ways that our stone dungeons can screw us over, though. Especially Stone Spirit is always kind of scary because there's so many checks.
Oh yeah, Spirit is such a good location in general if you can go in because there's so many quick checks in there. But being a stone, then it turns into a like GTG of some sort. Like it's optional to a degree.
Feels like a bit of a gamble.
Yeah. I mean, that thing in the mid to end game can actually become your check densest location really quickly.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't count it out for now. But yeah, that's definitely dangerous. And also Stone Forest. At least Stone Shadow cannot find a way because it is in fact a medallion. So we're looking for a rank to beat Jabu. We still need one hookshot to go into water. We have all the songs we need though. But like we're still missing a bow.
We're 15 minutes in. We got a lot of stuff still to look for.
Speaking of the devil, it's actually in DC.
So there's your forest starter pack all spread out, but collectively our runners have found everything they need for forest and DC in the first 15 minutes. We're a good chunk of the way towards Jabu as well. I completely missed it, I'll admit. Where was the hookshot?
The hookshot was on the Deku Scrub in Hyrule Field.
Okay,
Johnny got that right after
remember.
the bomb bag. Wildcat picking up strength here. Maria going for the
maybe a while. Maybe a while before the other runners do Hyrule. Like Shawnee may have a big advantage from that bomb bag and hookshot.
Yeah. And that's another wallet. So
okay. So no bait Way of the Hero tunics.
I mean, we also have the Goron tunic. Goron City had a wallet and the Goron tunic.
Yeah.
So we also have logical access to Ice Cavern already.
Yeah. So those wallets don't mean anything.
It's not for the blue fire, but like it could still be a Zora tunic is required to beat water, which would mean logically if there's like at least a small key in there, or even worse if the boss key's in there. But like we have iron boots, so we don't need to worry about that. And that's another strength of Shawnee. Where do you find that?
That was Lost Woods Grotto near Goron City, I think.
Ooh, Shawnee is on a really good route here. Like everything is just
that bomb bag.
Massively. Like all the decisions, dude. Wow. I mean, at this early in the game, it might not mean too much because that's like a lot of common checks, except for the Hyrule Field stuff. That's like things that people like to do anyway.
Yeah, well, but a good amount of it, like the strength was bomb locked, that wallet was bomb locked, bookshop was bomb locked. So picking up those bombs, it's making a big difference.
Yep. Also, Sean, you almost ran out of bombs already.
Go through them pretty quick.
We are 2 out of 5 for meme percent, by the way. That's the Stone of Agony, the paperweight.
We already found the ice arrows.
Okay, Maria finally after a little bit of struggling, Maria getting the kill on Goma, being the first one to actually beat Deku Tree, right?
That's our first Deku clear. Also, I didn't notice our first time in Midos. There's magic in there too?
Yep, there's magic in there. I missed that.
I saw the wallet and the irons. Magic. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff early on, which can kind of make you nervous as a runner.
Yeah.
That sort of leads to a situation where you've got a ton of options, which direction.
Yeah,
So
the issue
these way of the hero hints though are helping out a little.
a little bit. I mean, we have 2 of them pointing at optional dungeons. That's like not what we
Right.
really want to see, but well, at least you know
least
the
you-
answer to them. Yeah.
Yeah. The alternative of like, hey, Lost Woods is on the way of the hero. Okay, great. I was going there. We're gonna Deku. It looks like that. And Hylian look at King Dongo. If he's able to survive, he's there on half a heart. Watch out for those fire keys.
Or the lava. I think like 2 takes of
Lava.
lava kill you. And that's a Vanilla Saria song.
Okay. Yeah, the good news for Hylian, there's no warp songs in Wild that would have helped him out.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Oh,
and that's the first
by
F.
that.
F's in chat, everyone.
Big F.
Well, I mean, Hylian played kind of risky with like running around with the shoes and stuff. Like, Kokiri follows the way of the hero. Yeah, okay, no shit, Sherlock. And that's wait, we know where all bottles are already. That's a Poe bottle on the scrub in Lost Woods.
What a great rush ice seed. That's 4 bottles for the
12%.
runners to work
19 minutes bottle percent. Hmm.
Pretty good.
Interesting.
Hylian getting his revenge on that fire keys.
Yeah. Understandable. Okay, so Shawnee going into Deku here, just slightly behind Wildcat, but having gotten all the good checks already and having done Lost Woods already, like Shawnee's looking fantastic right now.
Yeah, this route has really paid out.
The like in DC there hasn't been anything too exciting, right? Like the bow was cool, but nothing that just like that really helps us as an early adult player to just boost us forward into it. Like this seed seems to be incredibly child front loaded, which is the issue with child seeds is if you go adult, well, you lose a lot of time. If you and also the issue with front loaded seeds is that like the more items you find early on, the earlier more of the game becomes available, so it eventually turns into the casino a little bit quicker. The casino,
Yeah, that is the worry.
From season 4, I think. Everyone loves that, right?
Pick up so many things early on. Yeah, that's definitely in the back of your mind. Is like he's sitting in an awful location everywhere else first because I've got access to all these dungeons. It's just sitting in Fire Temple. So King Dodongo is down.
Yeah, that's the second medallion on being picked up on Restream already. Not by the same runner, but also I think the amount of free Deku. I think we've seen like 3 free Deku Shields already. If I probably miscounted, but
Shield friendly seed, that free Hylian shield and
yeah, I don't. Oh,
ooh,
Wildcat has to climb again.
away.
What happens sometimes. Happen
it does-
happen to me too.
It doesn't take that long to climb back up, but it feels like it's taking a long time.
The more often you do that, the longer it feels, definitely.
Yeah, but really it's only like 20.
Yeah. Well, 20 seconds plus the time you wait on the skull for it to turn around.
Rhea picked up the Keaton mask. Did we get a hint for our skull?
I have not seen one. 30 skulls.
Maybe just being prudent, picking it up just in case. So it's not a skull seed, it's not an AD seed. What's the cat?
Yeah, something has to be wrong. I mean, we have a Bone Strength 2 and Song of Time already, and the Hookshot, and Bombs, so we can actually do like 99% of GTG as well.
Once we get access, yeah.
Yeah, once we get access, we can actually do a lot of stuff. Also, ice.
Maybe the catch is that it's actually a friendly seed and no one's gonna trust it.
Yeah.
Everything's just on the way, but no one believes it, and so they keep doing out of the way. We'll see.
A possibility. Like we have not seen that many nice seeds in Scrubs this season.
Not just this season. I feel like it's an old Scrubs tradition. The seeds are usually pretty bad.
Yeah, but like if you look at other tournaments, the seeds just like I think it's the game itself. It's just that's the problem.
Starting to come around to this opinion. There are no bad seeds. Yet I keep playing. Yeah, very quickly dealing with through Deku as well. Looks like we're gonna get a look at Goron City.
Yeah. Adult Goron City, that is. Child Goron City we've already seen. There was a wallet and a Goron tunic. Oh, by the way, Deku Tree also has shoes, I didn't notice. Yeah, Doodle is right. Like, there's we just played 20 minutes. This could potentially go on for another 3 to 4 hours.
It's true, it's true.
There's so much stuff to see.
There's always more that can go.
That's
Down
going
for
with the
one.
White Cat.
Very nice.
Oh, there was something that Shawnee did not have on his first trip to Goron City that Maria has. She has Saria's song, so she can check. Wait, no.
That has force today.
But Shawnee got the spinning pod. So he had ZL, but he didn't have.
Yeah, he just had ZL.
He left this check behind. Let's, for his sake, hope this is nothing.
There's a claim check on Link the Goron. We can follow up right away.
Yeah, that's that's nice to have before your first trip up the mountain. But like Biggoron was hinted, wasn't it? So the claim check is kind of useless.
Oh, did it get hinted? I missed that.
I think it was hinted.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the first 30 minutes. This has been a pretty eventful opening.
Oh, Maria's on a quarter heart here. Might want to be careful with those two.
Big Goron, Kari. Big Goron. Did we get a hint for that?
I'm like 90% sure we got a hint for that. Yeah, it's hinted dead. Poor guy.
Biggie. Like Maria's gonna do the Goron pop with this. Very nice.
1, 2, 3, and drop.
This is one of those things that looks harder than it is. I'd put off learning this for so long, because I thought it would be complicated, and then I got it my first try. Like it's not that tricky.
Yeah. If I remember
very nicely done.
If I remember correctly, I was the one who taught her that trick too, but I can't remember. I taught this trick to some people at some point. So having the 2 wallets now, but like they don't really mean anything. They don't tell us anything.
Don't need to worry about money for the rest of.
How are we looking with the heroes? Let me actually type in the command real quick. Ice Cavern and GTG. That's the only way of the heroes we have.
Yeah.
That's the side.
Oh no, we got Kokiri Forest as well.
Oh, and Kokiri, yeah. But like, I mean, Kokiri is kind of obvious with like Iron Boots and Magic and well, the wallet probably not, but
that wallet is logically irrelevant.
Yeah.
It may be to buy Zora too.
Iron Boots are actually like a no-brainer here. Magic, there could be another one available, but Iron Boots, that's guaranteed because we need to beat water.
Knows maybe there's something in the Storm's Grotto as well.
Oh, Skull Mask is a magic meter.
No, we're not going to be seeing that today.
Nope, everyone already has a magic. Which also means that the Iron Boots are 100% way of the hero.
Yeah. Unless they are way of the hero, but there still may be some.
The Storms. Do we have Song of Storms already?
I don't think.
Because I don't think we've seen it yet. The Storms Grotto.
Well, we're about to pick up another song here, an Adult Sacred Forest Meadow. Alien.
Yeah, now that we've like obtained some of the child songs, and like we don't have that many impactful warp songs yet. Like,
I think we just have Nocturne for Warp Song.
Yeah, but that's like, that's a good one to have for mobility.
Definitely.
But it's not a song that chains into another song. So I feel like Minuet doesn't really do anything if we pick it up here because it doesn't unlock a new song. It might be handy.
Saves a bit of walking.
Yeah, it gives you a quick access to Kokiri Forest as a child, which might save some time. But like ideally, I think you want to see Requiem here.
Yeah, or Bolero leading into. Oh no, we're not going to see Bolero. It's on
Requiem, not so much for the access to Spirit Temple because that's still like it's a stone, so you don't really want to go in there. But it gives you like not logical, but it gives you access to GTG, and that's like I feel like GTG's, especially with like all the equipment Shawnee has, like he can
Wildcat pulling off the pot with very nicely done. I think that was a second. That's not easy to do. The timing is pretty finicky.
I actually realized something because we have
What's that?
We have Iron Boots and we have Song of Time too, so we can actually 100% full clear GTG.
We're missing a strength.
No, Shawnee has
the full clear. Oh yeah, Shawnee has two. That's right. Yep. That's right. So GTG is full clearable as soon as we get access to it. Right now we have no way to get to it.
Yeah, that bomb bag is really pog. So okay, Maria really like. Which song was on Temple of Time?
It was Prelude, and bomb bag was Open Grotto, I think.
Yep, bomb bag is the Open Grotto in Hierofield, which is really really easy to miss, especially if you don't have a good reason to go there. And the valley hint being hinted foolish actually points you away from going south at all in Hierofield.
Yeah, that's gonna really discourage a lot of people from going down there for a while. People get a Lakeway of the Hero hint that'll push them in that direction. For now, yeah, I don't see any of our other runners heading that way anytime soon. They've got other options right now.
That's another bow. That's actually another bow on the. How did I miss that? Wildcat already has that. Everyone has a bow now. Actually, all completely.
Oh, we've all got our bows. It looks like Alien's wrapping up his early adult play. Probably going to be heading to do the child checks we've seen from the others.
Oh, Shawnee's going to is going back here to buy some bombs, I assume, and also getting Daruni out of the way so he can leave this place for good, I guess. And farming up some sticks here too. Taking
care of business a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like because he didn't look at it, it wasn't loaded.
Those bomb flowers are really fussy. Happens in Dodongo's cap, blow up the wall near the hint. You get too far away or you turn away too soon.
Yeah.
Just despawns.
Just using the money to stack up on resources here. Like, routing resources is sometimes not that easy. So, like, making a little pit stop here is fine. It's not a bad idea at all.
He's going to be a little low on money now, to do bomb chew bowling. We're going adult, so he'll just leave it. Get it when he.
I don't think that's a problem.
Currently, he is our only runner who can check bomb bowling.
Yeah, but I feel like safe warping into the Temple of Time, like you might just go down from this point and skip the market for now. Okay, he's not doing it. There is a way to get a couple of rupees going.
Yeah, you could. Oh, that was Nehru's Love on the artist there. I didn't notice that before.
That's Neru's Love on the.
So that's 3. We've seen 3 at least. 3 out of the 5. Greg and the Winter Heart piece for me. Like Sean's gonna farm up a little bit of money here of bowling.
Actually, there's another reason why you want Requiem at the moment, right?
For GTG access, yeah.
Yeah, but it also enables you to buy more chews with the 2 wallets you have.
True.
Like,
That'd be really nice.
Many of these runners are not going to see the bomb back for a while unless we find another one. So buying the chews might actually be really important.
So, in terms of easily available songs, there's just the one in Crater that's left. We'll be able to get that with the hookshot.
Yep. Which one was the one in on Minuet Spot?
Like a Temple of Time, it was Prelude.
No, I mean the Minuet Spot. The one where...
Oh, it was Sun Song. Sun Song and yeah.
That's not helpful. We need.
No, not especially.
We need some warp songs. We can warp to.
So now we got Serenade, we got Prelude, and we got Knock.
Yeah, so we can.
That may be all we get for a little bit.
I mean, we know where Bolero is. I would actually think that like what song can be Way of the Hero in Ice? I'm feeling Eponus, honestly.
It'd be or Requiem, leading to Eponus in the desert.
Yeah, like something like that. What also could happen is like a vanilla Requiem, right? Which would be really annoying.
Yeah, like, so we'd need.
So like
we'd need long shot. Would be all we need to get to that at this point. We have everything.
Or hover boots and GTG.
Hover boots and Eponus.
Yeah, if Ice has Eponus and Eponus sends us over to GTG where hover boots are, then we can just cross from that point. But like making all the way, like crossing all the way to Colossus for vanilla Requiem to then find out there's nothing in Spirit and Spirit is completely optional. That really sucks. Like that's a huge time investment. Like but it might also end up being a decent play if you can like, well, full clear Spirit once you go there. Like we have Strength 2 already, so like I think all we're missing is a Mirror Shield, and then we can full clear that place if we so desire.
A Fire Source would be.
Yeah, Fire Source might
to do it as adult quickly.
Or just do bow crab. Just push the statue.
Yeah. The first part is just tedious. The second part is such a pain.
Yeah, I actually never tried any of the bow crab strats. Honestly,
the one where you push the statue to the top of the stairs is not bad. Like it just takes a long time.
I think I actually.
But the one where you do the backflip and have to shoot the bow through the torch.
Yeah, but you can also push the block around, right? I think that's what I did. I never went for the backflip strats, but I did the block push strat once.
Oh yeah, to push it all the way around. Yeah, I guess that's.
It comes up so rarely though, right? Like.
Oh, we're getting a Lens of Truth game. It's too late to get your guesses in, but whatever it is you would have guessed, you were probably right. Hylian able to pretty much clear out market with that Sun Song. The only thing he'll be missing is bowling. So we're probably going to plays from our going into early. I guess at least one of them is going to go up and
It's nothing.
get into
Sad.
bad.
So it looks like I think. Wait, yeah, Enigmatic Hylian it just came from adult is going child right now, and the other three just went adult from being child, so they essentially swapped places. But everyone who did early child is just much better equipped at this point.
Yeah, it looks like Maria, Wildcat, and all gonna. There's tracks for a little while. Sean's a little bit behind, but more
Sean's
stuff
a
to
little
work
bit
with.
behind
So
in terms of time, but he has picked up so many more items than the others. He's like like the bomb bag is huge. Like he's the only one to actually be able to go into the crate and get the song from there too, and like clean up the entirety of almost the entirety of Deathmont Trail and the crater. Like there's like 2 checks we're missing, I think.
Scrubs Butler is telling a lie. Ocarina of Time is Bolero today, so likely. I don't think it. I guess it could technically be required if hovers are on the. That's about it. Still haven't seen the crater yet, so we'll get a look at that sometime. Yeah, and Sean will also be able to make up a bit of time by using a little bit quicker every.
Oh, I just noticed that you have some audio issues. You just seem to cut out every once in a while. So like I actually did like your mic basically stripped all the nouns from your sentence. So I.
Oh no, the nouns are important.
Yeah, then.
Just as important as the verbs, I'd say. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what the deal is with that.
Yeah, the left hand in Colossus was hinted dead. It's an item, I think. Yeah, this game is sometimes really picky about the ledgers you can grab. Like, there's so many ledgers you can grab, but there's also so many ledgers that you that would make sense to grab, but you actually can't.
Or with ladders, some you can hookshot and some you can't.
Yeah,
it's not super consistent.
Yeah, I think Shawnee just gave up on the jump here, but he has Song of Time, right? So he can just do that on the way back and just get the bottle for free.
I don't know if he's seen the hint about the Big Po bottle just leading to another bottle.
I mean, having more bottles is always nice.
Sure. Yeah, it's definitely not something to refuse if they're easy to grab, but he does have 2 bottles already, I think, so. Yeah, planning to go to Ice Cavern, it's nice to have that extra bottle. But then you have to make the trip back to Market first to turn in the Big Po.
Everyone who did Lost Woods as child has this bottle.
Yeah, it's not critical for him to grab that bottle.
Not really. So, with finding the letter super early, actually none of the early child runners on Restream have gone to cash it in to open the fountain. So I would assume that everyone on Restream is familiar with the King Zora skip, the jump over his head.
Especially with that Ice Way of the Hero, if you don't know how to skip King Zora, you're probably going to be a letter in before you go adult.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would expect to see that soon. Yeah, I think we saw a 30 Skulls hint. I remember talking about it. I don't remember where we were looking.
Awesome Meadow.
Okay.
It's like 20 bombs or something.
So yeah, the Ice Cavern Way of the Hero is really interesting. It could be for this. Yeah, Requiem is a pretty likely choice. Epona's a likely choice. Storms is a possibility. It might just be for an item though. I think that's the next reasonable play after clearing out the Dongos and Goron City, trying to get some sense of direction.
Yeah.
What to do next.
I really have the feeling that Ice Cavern is just going to unlock GTG at this point.
Rush GTG.
Ice Cavern is just like the most reasonable play at this point in time. Like after you're done with DC, you kind of want to make a So what I can see Shawnee doing is after being done with DC, heading to the crater, getting the song there, and then making his way around to Ice from that position, like through Lost Woods. Oh wait, we don't have a scale or iron. No, we have iron boots, so you can
have irons. Yeah,
can take the shortcut. That's actually really handy.
Yeah, nice, easy routing there. I might be inclined to put off Adult Meadow at this point, just because Forest is a stone. You don't know dip it or not.
I feel like you want.
Oh, you're going to ice.
I feel like you want to, well, dip the get the other song checks first. Hope to find Minuet, so you don't need to walk there, right? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. I would probably put off Meadow for a little bit, but I could see the argument for going for it as well. It is in logic with Arya's song.
Yeah. I mean, we know the song is nothing. It's like suns. That's like one check and a little bit of time of day utility. Nothing terribly important.
Unless it is, and there's something in the sunset grave that will really help people out. But yeah, most of the time, it's only one. I think this is our first look at Child Lake at Hylian, so we might get some new hints here.
Oh yeah, Shawnee skipped that. Shawnee was like...
prioritized Dampy digging instead.
Yeah.
There's Prelude hinted at Temple of Time. We already knew that was there.
Thanks, game. Thanks, game, for hinting me something that I already have. That's sometimes the problem with the song hints on sometimes slots. Where you've I already got that song. Like having a Requiem, like having an Across the Wasteland, Sheik teaches you that song, which is like the hint's just in Colossus. Like yeah, thanks game, thanks for nothing.
Especially with these scrub settings, so there's 8 of those sometimes.
Oh yeah,
I think you're drawing from a pool of about 32 or 33 hints, and 6 of them are for song location. So.
Yeah, all songs, I think.
All the adult songs. So yeah, the odds are you're gonna get at least a couple of those.
Yeah, I mean, usually I don't mind them. They really, like, if you get them early, they really help your routing to some degree. Not incredibly important, but nice to have sometimes. Sometimes, huh?
They can help clarify the logic too. Like if you get the song hint for Sacred Forest Meadow and a Meadow Way of the Hero, you're like, okay, well
that's
it gives me a lot more direction about which of the songs is actually the important one here. She is going to get her strength 2 out of this grotto. See what the fishing guy has for us today. Eventually, this fish has taken its time to bite. There we go.
Yeah, the fish is sometimes plays hard to get, right?
You know he's gonna grab eventually, but he's like, no, I'm not that interested.
The most annoying thing about the fish is like, if you can't one-cycle him, if he doesn't bite on the first attempt, then they have to reel it in and then throw it again. And oh, that's a brag.
Oh, that's big.
We can beat Jabu. Shawnee missed out on that, unfortunately.
We do have Serenade from Windmill, so perhaps in Child 2 some of our runners will head out there, but...
Serenade. What would really help Shawnee is finding a scale, so he can actually, like, route child fishing on the way to Zoro's domain or something. But, like, that rang is in a really bad spot. So good for Enigmatic Hylian.
That, I guess, is the payoff from the early adult, picking up that Serenade in the Windmill. making this much easier to route in than it was for our other runners.
He's going to get the bomb bag too.
Yeah. So he'll be in pretty good shape going back adult.
Actually, let me.
Still hard to say if that was more efficient or not, but definitely using his last chew here.
Yeah, but that doesn't even matter because he's going to get the
gonna
bomb
work
back
out.
in like 10 seconds.
It's gonna work out for sure, but that's gotta feel good. Using your last chew and finding the hook shot, feeling like, all right, that was a good decision.
That's really ballsy, honestly. I don't think it's a good decision. It's a risk. Like you're going to.
It is for sure.
The other grotto here, but this is huge. Harfida's way of the hero. How did we miss this earlier?
I guess Sean must have seen that and then picked up the bomb bag immediately.
Yeah, so Hyrule Field is either way of the hero for the bomb bag or hookshot, or potentially both.
I don't know if we've seen Tech Grotto either.
No, I don't think so.
Anyone peek that? We do have everything we need to get it.
Yeah,
Probably
now we
we'll
do.
see it sooner or
Now
later.
we do.
Like Maria's gonna clear out Crater. Song.
Actually, Enigmatic Highland, it really takes the lead at this point. Like, he's going to get letter from Deku, and then he can just, like, go straight into Jabu. And then he has 4 medallions already. That opens up Ganon's castle, and he has, like, he's going to get the Strength True from Lost Woods. Like,
And then all those unresolved Way of the Hero locations to check out.
Yeah.
Goes back adult.
Like, this might actually be a jet, right? We already have Nocturne, so we don't need to spend time looking for that. We're missing, like...
We're missing
Havabu,
Dins, Hovers, Long Shot.
Dins, Hovers, and
And
Hookshot.
Lights.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dins,
Nice.
Hovers, Long Shot, Lights. That's it. Plus potentially Hammer or Mirror Shield if there's something in one of the Stone Dungeon.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Maybe.
That's why
Maybe
GTG is going
Strength
to be
3.
very interesting very soon. Because there's a lot of checks in there. So there might be even more than one item, and like one of them might actually point to Stone Dungeon. So that's where some like risk taking gets into play. But like,
Yeah,
I don't think
absolutely.
you want to, like, in qualifiers. Do you really want to play that risky? Like you want to. I think you probably want to go for consistency rather than like, it doesn't really matter if you win that much. It's more about like getting the points necessary to qualify.
And it may depend as well on how runners feel like they've done in previous races. Like if you feel like you've put up some really solid times, you're proud of the results that you've gotten so far, then yeah, playing it safe maybe makes a little bit more sense. If you really want to get into like a higher bracket and you feel like your times haven't been up to your potential so far, then maybe taking some risks, cutting some corners, hoping it'll pay off. It's risky, but that's racing, right? You got to take some gamble.
Very true.
It's all complicated by the fact that runners have no idea where they are in the standings. That's not something that is publicly shared until after all the qualifiers are over. So you're sort of metagaming yourself.
Yeah, more than anything else, you're metagaming yourself. That's true. Wildcat going up the mountain. That was the last chew too. I could see them scum some chews here.
Yeah. Adult spawn I think was in CAC, so it's not that bad to walk back up to go to
Yeah.
go to ice or even to go up river into ice. Come after this. Yeah, and they did reset.
Wait, did that just say Everdrive? Is Wildcat playing on N64?
Wildcat's playing on N64.
Wow.
That's not a common thing to see.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit slower overall.
There is more lag.
It's laggy.
Yeah. There definitely is more lag. The other hand, it's pretty cool.
It is really cool. It's pretty unique. It's like the vintage choice, if you will.
Yeah. I know Spike Vegeta played on EverDrive for a long time. I think he switched to emulator. The lag got to him. Right, so a couple of our runners now with 3 medallions. Running out of sort of overworld cleanup to take care of. I would expect we're going to see somebody heading to Ice Cavern in the next little bit.
I feel like Shawnee grabbing... Has Shawnee already grabbed the song from Creator? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so. It looks like Sean did this maze as a child, so he's just going to grab that one left side check. Probably we'll finally see what the song is in Crater. If it's Epona's, then he's sort of got to choose. Do you want to rush Ice or do you want to do GT first? He's got everything he needs to do both.
It's going to be Epona's, though. I think Epona's has to be in Ice. Or like the way to GTG has to be in Ice. It could be Requiem, though. Like Requiem or
It could be Requiem.
Oh, yeah. You could actually...
No, Bolero's on OOT.
You could actually... Like, on the Bolero spot, there could be Requiem, which gives you access to reverse the Wasteland to GTG, right? So you could actually potentially just skip Ice altogether. If the song is just Epona's for access to GTG, logically.
Yeah. Ice Way of the Hero is sometimes like really tempting to put off. If you think it might just be for logical access to Meadow or logical access to GTG.
This is going to be interesting.
This could be real interesting here.
It is Requiem.
We do in fact have Requiem. Okay.
So I think you like in Shawnee's positions you just reverse, right? Like you kind of try to skip Ice.
And if you want to do Ice later, that's fine. Like it's still there. But yeah, I feel like the one argument for doing Ice right now is you're here. You don't need to do any backtracking to get to it later. Like you're right where you need to be to go to Ice. But you might just get Inuit out in the desert, and then that's a pretty quick way to get to Ice anyway. So
I feel like, well, at this point, the only song that actually unlocks anything else is Epona's. So Epona's has to be an Ice, right?
Or Ice is Way of the Hero for an item. So like it could be just Long Shot or Dins or something is sitting in Ice there.
Oh yeah, Storms.
Or yeah, Storms.
Yeah, Storms.
Storms is somewhere out there.
I forgot about Storms. But like,
yeah, I think I'd be inclined to see what's the song out in the desert, and yeah, clearing out GTG I think would be a good play here before going down.
I mean, regardless of the song in Ice at this point, like it has to be either Storms or Epona's. It's going to unlock a lot more checks than Ice has as in terms of items anyway. So the odds of Ice just hinting to another location is just much bigger than the item straight up being in Ice. Could be both, though. You don't never know.
It could also be Minuet in Ice, and there's some item. So the Minuet just not for anything, not for logical access, but there's cover boots.
We already have Sarias though, so
yeah. So it wouldn't be Way of the Hero Minuet. It would just be that's the song there.
Yeah.
Some item that we need for another of our dungeons.
And
any possibilities? It looks like Sean's going to go to the desert.
Yep.
Maria on her way to Ice, going up the river. So we'll find out pretty quickly which is what and what's where.
Actually, routing river this way is kind of neat. It gives you a couple of hints, gives a couple of items, and you just do something along the way to where you actually want to go. Wait,
it also...
Which hand was that? That was hinted in Colossus. Was that
left again?
I'm not sure.
Help us, chat. We're looking at too many things at once.
What's the song? This has to be. Oh, that's Minuet.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so Storms or Epona in Ice, and the other one is on Burning Cack.
Oh, that's Fire Arrows in Upper River.
Oh.
We already have a fire source. How did we miss that? Wow.
I don't know. Maybe Hylian skipped that earlier because of time of day.
That's a setup I've never seen before.
That was left hand again, eh, Kari? I've never seen this setup.
Yo, that's
That works.
cool.
That's a cool setup. I like that.
I have never seen that. And Wildcat is going to demonstrate the other setup for this.
Yeah, this is the one I always do, the one that Wildcat's doing. Oh no, that's not quite it, but
yeah,
I do a neutral roll there.
Yeah, that's what you
then I walk forward.
I don't think he's going to leap the fire. He's just going to try it again.
We're gonna see ice, and oh, Sean didn't reverse.
Sean did not reverse. Ooh.
Sean did not reverse. It looks like he's gonna.
I see what's going on. Freeing up the bottle and getting his hands on another bottle before potentially going to ice.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go to ice before GTG.
Ice Camera cannot be Wave the Hero for Blue Fire. Things that are not shuffled cannot be Wave the Hero. Also, we can access Ganon's castle, right? I'm just pointing that out so people don't get confused. I get the joke. Just making sure everyone's on the same page.
Enigmatic will be able to hit up Ganon's castle after beating Jabu, which is available to our other runners, although they don't know where the boomerang is. So Maria showing us King Zora skip. Setup looks good so far.
Oh, Shawnee's using this opportunity to just do the last check in Hyrule Field and see if it's required or not.
Nice.
Makes sense. Always full clear Way of the Heroes. Oh, that's...
First try. What do we got? Oh, there's Dins. Oh my goodness.
Hyrule Field is
Dins.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness. Bomb bag, hook shot, and Dins.
Oh
There's only 5 checks in Hyrule Field, and 3 of them required. That's outrageous.
I actually became an advocate for not full clearing your Way of the Heroes if you have something better to do. And Shawnee clearly has something better to do. But if full clearing Way of the Heroes is your playstyle, this is your seed. Holy crap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shawnee's on a roll. He really needs to pick up that rank, though. Wildcat trying the King Zora skip here, being the second one to do this.
Maria just nailed it first try.
Very nice. Maria has her tricks
Wildcat,
down.
perfect. Perfect from Wildcat as well. First try, Mweep Skeep. That's one of those things where taking your time to set it up, it really pays off. If you just try to rush it, easier to fail. But like you make sure everything's lined up right, it works every time.
You rather want to go I think like when you start to get into competitive racing, what you probably want to watch out for is consistency over speed most of the time. Like getting a trick, like even if it takes a little bit longer, as long as you get them first try and don't lose like a bunch of time doing that because like being hasty, especially with tricks you haven't gotten so just take the extra second or two you need to set things up.
Yeah, and especially because a lot of things that are faster, they're only faster by like 5-10 seconds.
Yeah.
So if you're failing them like half the time or more, you're not really saving time.
Yeah.
You're losing
also,
it.
Like,
so,
I think that goes beyond like using the tricks in a race, but rather like learning tricks. Like you will probably want to aim for learning tricks first that are easier to pull off and will save you more time in a bunch of places. Like, for example, a good negative example would be there's a trick in Gerudo Valley as an adult where you can use hover boots and like a recoil, I think.
I learned that a few weeks ago and I practiced it before every seed and I've never had a chance to use it in a race yet.
Yeah, I actually never bothered to learn it because the amount of times it comes up, like it saves you a good chunk of time, but it like almost never comes up. I would rather practice tricks like that I use much more frequently and that I need to be consistent at.
Yeah, absolutely. As a new runner, like things like Mido Skip, B1 Skip, Reverse Wasteland, like things that are going to come up a good percentage of seeds, those are the ones to focus on getting consistent at before you worry about some of those more niche.
Yeah. I feel like
Down jumping.
Shawnee really had like a good opportunity to just like straight up go to GTG and not do ice here. So he's heading to
This
ice.
may pay off.
I can understand. Like I can totally get behind this. And maybe Shawnee's just going to play it safe, which is fine. But I could have seen a potential for an Ice Cavern skip here too. At least for a while.
Yeah, I would say for me, generally, if I have two unresolved Way of the Heroes, one's ice, and I can do the other one, I'm going to do the other one first.
Especially if you, like, at this point, we know for sure. Wait, no, do we know? Couldn't the horse... Did we get a hint for Burning Hag?
I don't think we've seen...
Couldn't Eponos be on Burning Hag? That would be really weird, though.
It could be. It could be, and then the item in GTG would have to be...
The long shot.
Way of the Hero item left.
It would
either that or like air shield or hammer leading to long shot.
Yeah. Okay, that's a
There's
scale.
a scale.
That is
Did we see
have
bottom of lake? Oh, I know Hylian went to lake. I didn't see that the...
I have not seen them peek the item. They probably did, but well, I've not seen what it was.
It was blue, says Kari. So yeah, probably. Could be something on lab diving.
I mean, we have a hookshot and iron, so not terribly concerned about that. Shawnee said doing the skip here too. They're not quite getting it, but they're taking their time. As like things like that can actually tilt you very easily.
Yeah, trying to side hop and you jump slash. Frustrating.
Just take your time, do the inputs one by one. There we go. Jump slash hold shield, turn around. And press forward. And oh yeah, the angle was a little bit too far to the left. They didn't...
A little further right.
Like, if you just took a little bit more time landing it up. Shield turn. Hold shield, turn around.
The other thing with the C up strat, when you turn around, sometimes Link doesn't quite turn as far as he's supposed to.
It's so weird.
You have to sort of wait a second for him to catch up with the camera.
Yeah. I've seen that too. It's really strange.
I prefer to do a shield turn, like a 180 shield turn there, because then you know he's facing in the right direction. Like again, whatever's consistent for you, whatever you're...
The second shield turn too.
Way through. Or we found a scale. Look at whatever's in this check. Scale Way of the Hero would be interesting. Like it would tell us very directly where to go and what.
Yep.
Probably though it's just... Ooh, Maria with the glitchless jump. Nice cavern. Very nice. I struggle with these. This is something I've never gotten good at.
There's so many flavors of these jumps as well.
There's lots of ways to do it.
Again, there's also some tricks that are some of the jumps that are a little bit harder to pull off, but like if done correctly, save you a couple of frames. Like, it's really pick your poison, but as a beginning race, I would probably focus on the ones that are a little bit slower but more consistent, because you really want to get that consistency going. And when you're at a point where you have to worry about saving a second on a trick, like then you're already like a better player in general anyway. That's when you can afford to do that. But like trying to get as many consistent tricks in the arsenal as early as you can should be your main focus, I think.
Worth pointing out too with these glitchless ice cavern jumps, you don't need to learn them. Like it takes a little bit longer to push the block. You might be losing a minute maybe, but like for a lot of beginning racers, like there's a lot of time to save all through this. Yeah, it's absolutely not a necessary thing. So yeah, we see here like Wildcat's pushing the block. How can it take him that longer than Maria to clear?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to lose time for sure.
Yeah,
But in
it's
the end,
definitely slower.
he's still like he's still going, and he's probably got some like a lot of other tricks he focused on in the meantime. So
Yeah,
I didn't see an issue with it.
I've never gotten good enough at those jumps to use. I do okay.
I don't know why, but like sometimes with certain setups, like it's not consistent for me. Like I can do it the same every time, and sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. It's so strange. Like sometimes I have a good day and just made all the tricks first time. Sometimes I have a bad day and like I try to do like the first glitchless jump in ice. I do that like 10 times and I still don't get it. But like the glitchless jump,
there is the risk too that you're gonna void out and wind up back at the.
oh yeah, that's so annoying. Ice Cavern is
You're a little bit late with your input.
yeah.
This was Epona. So yeah, Epona or the scale, almost certainly the hero item here. Go off this particular glitchless jump again, grab.
Gale Wave the hero is really I don't want that.
I mean, it would be very direct. Like we know it's not for domain access or river access because we got the bottom. Oh, it's not for the bottom of the lake.
Wait, but we already got the song. I didn't pay attention. Yeah, it's the horse. Okay.
Yeah, it's the horse. Yeah.
It was really obvious in my opinion.
Yeah. That was it was either that or it was storms, but yeah.
So like, I feel like unless there's something on horseback archery, Shawnee could have really skipped this place.
Oh, there was another Hyrule Field Way of the Hero hint there outside of Ice Cavern, so that is going to be really helpful for our runners who didn't get their bomb bag.
Oh yeah, they will probably figure it out by that point.
Maria unfreezing Nora, but not going to be able to talk to him, unfortunately.
Yeah, but like, just doing that right here is a good idea. So you can free up the bottle again. Like we have a million bottles anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. That's done. If she ever wants to come back.
I think Maria's on the way to Godchild here.
Or G.
Like, you don't have she doesn't have many
down.
more things to do. She really needs the hookshot, the bomb bag. So I feel like that's going to be a trip to. Wait, she saw the Hyrule Field Way of the hero, right?
Yeah. So probably lake into field, and then picking up boomerang, bomb bag, and hookshot all in a row.
Yeah, then she's actually looking really good right now. Like at that point when she gets all of that.
It definitely doesn't feel good finding items that have just been sitting there all along, but yeah, she'll actually be in a really good position.
Just getting the items, and Wildcat also discovering the Din's Fire here. The full clear way of the hero club is going strong. Yeah, 2 items from Glow Mode. We're missing hovers and light arrows.
That's
and
it.
Long shot.
It looks like Hylian's gonna go up the river again. Gonna be able to go into Jabu. So
wait, Hylian has entirely. Hylian is gonna go and beat Jabu.
Hylian did river as adult.
Yeah.
So yeah, won't be able to pick up any checks on the way. They're already dead.
Yeah.
Be able to clear out Jabu.
Yep. And then he's at 4 medallions too. So he could potentially go into Genna's castle if he wanted. Like, I could imagine just like 1 item being in GTG, 1 item being in castle, and then you're done. And light arrows, of course. Dude, I really hope that light arrows are not in like fire and they are hammer locked.
Fire, deep fire.
Deep fire, deep fire. Like, why is it always fire? Like,
they could be on Van Ganon. There's lots of fun.
It can be anywhere. Like, having so many items and having so many places done already. Well, not many places, but like having so many places left rather. That's like that's the needle. Like that could turn into a needle in the haystack situation pretty quickly.
There's a Our foolish hints haven't been. Oh, we got Hyrule Castle Foolish, which is just a single check. Gerudo Valley, okay, so there's
Which
a
is
couple, but
three,
none of those really dense areas that you really like to see
We're still
ruled out.
missing one though. Like
Yeah.
we're still missing a dungeon dungeon foolish. I wonder which one it is. At this point, probably water.
It'd be
Wildcat
really nice
picking
to
up
get
the
something like
combat.
Spirit or.
Okay, Wildcat is just like clearing Hyrule Field in one go. Going to get the hookshot here in a second too.
That hint near Ice Cavern really helped. Imagine if Field hadn't been hinted in this seed. I think it would have taken runners a lot longer to get some.
Yeah. I mean, the Hyrule Field hint was just a little bit too late for many of these of the runners, I would assume. They just get this a tad earlier, so like it would have even been a bigger advantage for Shawnee if that was not hinted. But like, given that there was 3 items, the possibilities of this being hinted just skyrockets, dude.
Yeah, this is true. We still only have 4 Way of the Hero hints. I know I've seen 2 of Hyrule Field and Ice Cavern.
Shadow was hinted foolish? Really?
I didn't see that, but it's entirely possible.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. I'm a little bit confused, but it would make sense.
We can get
It honestly makes sense. Shadow's probably the last item, the last dungeon you beat here.
Yeah, with hovers locked.
Which also means we know that Storms is on Burning Crag at this point. So the well is not going to have anything.
It could still have long shot, right?
If Shadow's your last dungeon, then not. It might still be.
Yeah, it could be the water's foolish as well.
I mean, as soon as you get the hovers, you're just going to beat Shadow anyway, right? Because it's progression. And then
there's no sense putting it off. It doesn't get any.
But so actually, you really want to find the long shot first. Like in all honesty, find the long shot first, and then you don't need to worry about.
But any of the storms.
Yeah. Oh, is this the first time 10 skulls is checked? I think, or maybe I just missed it.
That's the first I've seen of it. Yeah.
I mean, lights are not problematic, Kari. If lights are hinted 100% on Ganondorf anyway, right? So, like, even if you discover that lights are in bottom of the well, like that's good news. Like you will guaranteed have storms at the end of the seed anyway, and then you just go there and pick it up. Like, there's no gamble to take.
Yeah, the scary spots for lights are like outside. Through. You've got all these stone dungeons you could go to. You could go to bottom of the well. You could go to so many different places.
Yeah. This is the first time we've seen the Zora's Domain checks too on Enigmatic Hylian's side. Just being thorough, picking up all the stuff along the way, and just do your progression in Jabu, get your medallion. And I would actually not.
And just failing.
Oh no.
That was a couple of frames away from getting it. We're also seeing some fortress checks here. Very clean horseback archery.
Whoa! The flex, dude. You don't even need 1500 and getting like an 1880 crap. Wow.
It actually wastes a couple of seconds, but the swag, I think, makes a...
It really does. Bomb refill. I hope he needed that.
Actually, potentially useful. You're trying again with the flame storage. This looks like it should be good.
Oh, no. Yeah, got it.
Still got it. Was there fast enough.
If you don't get through the door on the first try, you have a little bit of leeway. It's not that tight. It's not that tight, but it's also not that generous either. Yeah, and just like getting $10 and throwing 190 on the ground. Enigmatic Hylian reading that hint where for Hyrule Field being Wave the Hero is like, no shit, Sherlock. No shit.
I think the other one was an open grotto too.
Yeah. Like, this is the only way you get the hint. But like, Hierophant could be hinted double way of the hero. Have we seen all of them?
We're missing one still, so that is entirely possible. But we've only seen those two for it as far.
Dude, everyone is on relatively low health. Like, Maria's still on 4 hearts. That's rough.
Not a healthy seed.
Yeah, not a healthy seed. Not very.
Okay, giving us.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the hero. Something's in here. Something that we need is in here. Know that for sure. Logically able to clear out the whole dungeon. We'll spoil it. Yeah, the logic in this seed pretty straightforward. It's not one of those tangled spaghetti seeds that we've seen. Oh, we're getting chicken from Maria. Rising.
Oh,
It was hinted dead somewhere, wasn't it?
chickens? I don't think so. It has been done already, so there's nothing in there. Actually, I just realized something. I think Shawnee's
What's that?
lead from earlier has completely dissolved. Wildcat is in GTG one step ahead of Shawnee, but they have the same items, and that's for Raws the classic for Raws and GTG, just as you need it.
Love to. Yeah, I would say Wildcat and Shawnee. There's really no difference between them. Couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Hylian is in a very good position, but doesn't have Din.
Yeah, definitely missing.
We don't know when he's going to go back for that. Like already getting 2 items out of way of the hero Hyrule Field. Some
He's
people
ahead
would be
of
inclined to
Trash,
just.
though, right? Like, he just has a clear
Yes.
lead at this point.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to be our first runner to get to form a deck. And Ice to do going adult or potentially is going to skip it. So yeah, it's hard to say who's got the lead right now. Maria also with that Hyrule Field should bomb back.
Nothing but a bunch of keys so far in GTG. But there's still more to come.
Probably.
Maria is really looking, I think, for the Bomberger hookshot here. Like, she doesn't know. Well, she knows that that Hierophant is way of the hero. So I really wonder what she's waiting for, honestly.
Presumably that'll be.
I can get behind wanting to do chickens here. Like, it feels you, like, having 1 hour 20 minutes in, like, you feel like you kind of missed something. But still, doing chickens over Hyrule Field, which is hinted way of the hero, like, you've done 0 checks, and you can't even. Okay, there's hovers.
Hovers.
Hovers in GTG. Well, I'm not surprised, but that's also not the item you really wanted to find. You wanted to find Longshot first, because Longshot can now be anywhere.
These 2 runners also still looking for Boomerang,
You're right.
knowing that it's on child fishing, so I think it makes sense to keep going here, like not knowing where Boomerang is. But
does make sense.
But for Hylian, whenever he gets out to GTG, he may just bail after getting.
Yeah, he has the option to bail. Also, he's going to be able to clear the 5th dungeon by then.
We're still not sure though if Shadow is foolish or not, and which of our runners have seen it. If that, so it may make sense, regardless. Skulls as well. Scrubs Butler is still not telling the truth there. Sorry, Agent Core. Then it Bolero.
Yep, Ocarina of Time is the Bolero Fire.
Go home, Scrubs, Butler.
You're drunk.
It's like we're gonna see Toilet.
Just a dip.
Oh. Not an all dungeon.
Ideally, you want to do all the other checks on GTG first before you do Toilet.
Know if it's an item or
Yeah,
key.
you want to determine if it's an item or a key before you go in there. So, like, collecting the rupees, if you don't necessarily have to, is a time loss straight up. A potential time loss.
On the other hand, if it is an item, then you save time. First pass.
Yeah, but like it could also be a useless item.
Yeah.
People might also decide on like just leave Toilet behind, I guess. Like, do you really want to?
Especially with FW, you can drop FW, go clear
still,
out Shadow, and then come back later.
You can do that, but like you're still leaving one check behind. So leaving FW behind for one's check doesn't feel right. Like there's a lot of places where you could still use it to save a lot of time.
So Kari confirming in chat, we did not Shadow Foolish. We are still missing a foolish hint. Probably a dungeon. We'll maybe see that. Maybe we'll never find out what it is. Our runners will down that. Maria here in Lake, hopefully gonna grab fishing to do those hydro field checks. Bunch of items in quick succession. Also, Maria with the scale will be.
Maria's
Dabu.
really going hard on scores. She is, however, I think she's routing it in a way where she's going to get fishing, set up Scarecrow, and then leave for Hyrule Field. And she's just going to get showered with items in a minute. Or maybe a little bit longer. They're looking for hints here. Understandable.
Yeah. So maybe we'll find out that third foolish right now. Fingers crossed.
I get almost drowned in the toilet. That's Hyrule
That's
Field.
our third.
That's the third. That's
Third.
Hyrule Field confirmed double wave the hero. Well, I'm not surprised, honestly. That's
Three required items there. Like,
yep.
still making our way through. The only thing we found there is the hover so far. Got all the maze still to look at.
Yep. And we got a lot of keys too. Oh, don't die here.
I don't.
Oh. Quarter heart.
Nuts are really useful against
Nuts
these guys if they're giving you trouble.
Oh, yeah, you can also use a bow.
You can also shoot them. There we go. Very nice.
Whew. That was rough. And the 7th piece.
If you're Maria here, you're about to get your boomerang. You just go and do Jabu first, and then come back for Hyrule Field later.
No, she knows that Hyrule Field is Wave the hero. She has to pivot into Hyrule Field here. There's no way she's going to skip that. Or maybe there is. Come on, Maria. Go to Hyrule Field.
And you can easily just warp back to the lake, and then.
I mean, you can do Hyrule Field as adult. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point too much. As long as
medallions
immediately after.
There's not much difference one way or the other, as long as you get it all.
I thought she was going to save quick for that. Okay, she's setting up Scarecrow here, and from this point on, she will either go right or left.
We're in the maze in GT here.
Let's see. Is the long shot here? If it is, then baby seed.
Yeah, then that's effectively like we're just rushing those two dungeons.
Like we're glow mode then at 1.5 hours in. That's like a super jet seed.
Unless that long shot, it's still control us.
I mean, we could still be in a situation where we need light arrows. Like we need strength 3 or hammer for light arrows. And wildcard is just in GTG. There was just hovers, yeah.
And Wildcat now can go and clear out Shadow completely.
There's an issue though.
Probably will be right behind. What's the issue?
I think neither Wildcat nor Shawnee have the Rang. So getting more stuff to do and having more of the map open to them is just going to lead them away from the Rang, which is just sitting on
Yeah.
Be picked up.
Yeah, I feel like after Shadow, assuming you don't find the long, you're still looking for long.
I think you go to Mallow Castle at that point.
Yeah, you do Ganon's Castle. You could do Stone Forest. You could do Stone Spirit. Like there's a lot of places you go before Child Lake. So that might not be too good for those two runners. Whereas Maria and Hylian.
Yo, the Silver Gauntlets with a brain of 48 people. Welcome in, everyone.
Welcome in. Hope you enjoyed. It was Ryu versus Sponge in the Blitz tournament over there. Hope it was a good match. I was watching some of that before this race started. Looked like it was... No spoils, please, for the winner. Out the VOD later, but hope you all enjoyed that. We're an hour and a half into this qual, and it has been a really friendly scrub seat so far.
We are picking up the bomb bag finally.
Those just joining us, we're just looking for long shot for glow mode. We're just missing long shot and light arrow. Very, very friendly seat. Oh, did Maria skip the hook? That would be really bad if she did, if she missed that score over there.
She got the hook. Okay, it has not been tracked then. Okay, thank you very much for fixing it. Nice Kokiri.
The big question: will she clear out Hyrule Field, get her dins, or will she...
I feel I would be tempted to
probably leave that for adult because you can't get it right now with just silver scale. So also, I would probably leave those two.
She has been to ice. She has opponents.
So it's not that bad to do those two.
Okay, that's a Serenade play. She's just gonna go straight up beat Jabu. That's like I think that's the play to make too.
Absolutely makes sense from her perspective. I do hope that she makes her way over to Tech Grotto at some point. Distant. Looks like Wildcat is going to Croc for Requiem Storm. I guess he hasn't been to Death Mountain Crater with Sean, I think, is our only.
Oh yeah, she doesn't have Requiem. So like you kind of want to find out what song is here on the other side. It's going to be disappointing, spoiler. But and Shawnee heading into Shadow. Shadow could also just have
bomb
at this point.
There's a bomb bag there. That is bomb locked, as far as we know.
I feel like with Shadow not being foolish, actually finding Hoverboots first is really good because Longshot could just be on the way in Shadow. There's a really, really high chance of that.
Yeah.
Like, what are the locations left that we have? Water could.
Well, there's all three of our stone dungeons.
Yeah, Forest has a massive hitbox. Like after Shadow and Bottom of the Well, Forest is your next checkdowns location, I think.
A Spirit, I would say. I would do Spirit before Forest.
Spirit is insane. Spirit is even like Spirit is your most checkdowns location right after you're done with GTG. I think it's even your most checkdowns before going to GTG. But you can't do all this.
It's comparable to Bottom of the Well. It's pretty check dense.
Let me pull up my.
So yeah, Hylian finding the Din's Fire there. So actually, I think Hylian's in the best shape of our runners currently. So having the Boomerang, knowing where Din's is, he's going to be able to clear out 5 dungeons. The world open.
Okay, GTG has 13 items, Bottom of the Well has 11, and Spirit Temple has a whopping 14. So Spirit Temple is up there with GTG. It's like slightly better.
Ganon's Castle. GTG. Yeah, Spirit and Ganon's I think are pretty comparable. Ganon's is a little faster.
Yeah, but we can only do half of Ganon's because we don't have strength 3.
3. So like maybe on a checks per minute basis, like Spirit may be the better choice.
Yeah, Spirit has 1 more item than GTG, but also has a lot less keys. So Spirit is just like the superior play, and we have Requiem and Strength 2, so like there's no reason to not do it, I guess.
Or maybe all this will just be irrelevant and long just sitting and. If that's the case, then I'm expecting to see some finishes in around the like 2-hour mark from some of the top runners.
I wonder if this seed is sub-2able, but like Longshot and Lights would have to both be here. Then I feel like this is sub-2able.
We may have a jet on our. At this point, the only hope for people who don't like jets is in a really bad location.
Yep.
Or I guess lights in a really bad location. Like it is still possible that Strength 3 is required.
Yeah, but like lights can be anywhere. They can be in well, they can be in spirit, forest. Did I say well? I said well. Well, spirit.
Even
forest,
fire.
Fire's a rough one.
Uh-huh.
They could be on a really dumb storms locked overworld check too.
Yep.
But like Ganondorf is going to tell us. But like if he says his castle, that's going to be tricky, or fire, because we don't have all the items. Could also be spirit, and then you go into spirit, you full clear that thing. There's nothing in there. Like you didn't bring the
I'm
mirror
looking
shield.
for the mirror shield.
So like
Yeah.
Gliders or Rover is an option too. And that would just like create this wild goose chase for like the item that eventually unlocks lights. That's nothing you really want to see, especially in a seed jetty like this. Anything can happen, and someone is bound to find it earlier than you do.
Yeah, at that point it just becomes a casino.
Yep, exactly that.
It looks like Maria's heading into Jabu. We already know Hylian cleared it out. There was nothing. Hylian's gonna pick up Din's Fire and then maybe go Ice, maybe not. We'll.
I really wonder where that last Foolish Hint is. Oh, Hylian is going to pick up the Dins now.
Yeah, he saw it as child, so he's in really good shape.
I think he's just going to do straight up do Shadow at this point.
He doesn't have hovers. He hasn't been to GTG yet.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay. So we go to GTG, get the hovers, and then like I could see him bail on hovers and just do Shadow. You get full rolls in there anyway before picking up hovers, so that's actually a pretty solid play, I guess.
Yeah. So in some ways, Hylian's in great shape. The thing that he hasn't done that the other three have done is Ice and GTG. So
yeah, but like there's nothing in Ice. There was nothing on horseback archery. Like the horses, like Ice Cavern is Way of the Hero too, but it's also completely avoidable the seed, which again would have been something that Shawnee could have done, and I would have really liked to see. But I can understand why like you don't want to do that.
I don't know if Hylian's going to be able to avoid ice either. It looks like he's walking towards river, so likely he's going to go into ice as well. Get his opponents and then go over.
Yeah, like he doesn't have. Excuse me. Enigmatic Hylian does not have Requiem, right?
Right, hasn't been to Adult Crater, or what? Didn't have Hookshot, I think, when he was there.
Yeah.
Maybe he hasn't been into Crater at all.
Yeah, I can totally see
did
why.
Goron City in the Lost Woods.
Like it took him a while to find the bomb bag too, right?
Like in this case, I might be tempted at the top of the river just to quickly dip into Crater. You've already stopped Link the Goron. Just grab the song, see what it is.
You're not far off, so why not?
I can totally see clearing ice though. It's Way of the Hero. You know, it's not a bad play. At this point, though, you know it's got to be for access to GTG. You're only missing Longshot.
I mean, it could still be Storms. Like,
I guess it could still be Storms, yeah.
From his perspective, I could still see, like, Storms is in Ice for Longshot in Well, which would also be your logical access to... like it doesn't necessarily have to be the horse. But finding that long shot and like knowing that GTG is web the hero, that would put him in glow mode.
Also, it looks like he bought Blue Fire, so he is going to be able to check King Zora.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good
runners.
Idea. That's a really good idea.
Making use of that double wallet. Imagine if Longshot is just on King Zora. It could be. It could just be sitting right there.
Oh, not again. I've seen that way too many times.
King Zora skip backfiring on people. That is the risk you take with King Zora skip, is you are pretty much orphaning that check.
Very true.
Ooh, Shawnee missing the moving platform.
That one is really tricky to hit.
That's rough.
Like in settings, like in League or in Scrubs, when I like start with the lens, I just equip the lens at this point. I'm just too lazy to go for.
You're done with failing, eh? Had enough of missing the platform?
Yeah. I mean, I was never 100% consistent in it. It was like that's just so frustrating falling down there. So like,
yeah.
If you can manage your equips, kind of, you just route like in your menuing route, just route in equipping the lens or something. I would rather take one more equip than like failing this once.
Even if you only fail it like 5% of the time, it's such a...
Yeah.
Well, that's something that I think has worked really well this season with the scrub settings, is the start with lens. Compared to previous seasons when there was always some kind of lens bait. I feel like this is the setting that's worked the best out of the 3 seasons for lens logic.
Yeah. Like not needing to worry about the lens at all is really, really neat.
Back in season 1, for those who weren't around back then, lens was logically required for everything, for bottom of the well, for those 2 chests in spirit, like everything. And so there were so many seasons with lens bait.
Horrible.
Yeah. Kuiper Boomerang was on child fishing, so pretty out of the way for the runners who haven't found it. They've got a lot of other stuff they might first. Lake is completely unhinted.
Yep. And we're not going to get a hint for that either, because we already have all the way of the heroes. But I really want to know what the last foolish hint is. Where is it? Like, is it
we saw one of the back of lake hints. Maria checked the one closer to fishing. She didn't check the other one. It might be back there.
Yeah, that might be the one, or it's storms locked.
There's the second Hyrule Castle hint. I don't think anybody checked that one.
I don't think we've seen that. Have we even seen the first one?
Castle is foolish, so it's possible none of our runners to check it.
Have we seen the hints at the top of Crater and like next to Big Goron?
We saw the one next to Big Goron. Shawnee checked that one. I don't know if we checked the bombable wall.
Well,
later.
If someone got that, then it would probably be Shawnee, because he had a bomb back when he was up there. But like spending a chew on, like trading a chew for a hint, if you're low on chew, it's probably not the best idea most of the time. So I could imagine people like being in the position to do it with chews, but then deciding not to. Completely fine.
I don't think we saw Meta Goron. I don't remember anybody blowing up all those walls. Looks like we're gonna maybe get a bet going in chat for the long shot location.
Nothing so far in Shadow.
Shadow's been a whole lot of just keys and not even really that many hearts.
Yeah. I think Maria's still on like 5 hearts here.
Johnny down to 3/4 of a heart. He's got to be careful in this next room with the flying pots.
Yeah.
That bet is open, so do your worst, chat. What is the worst location you can imagine the long shot being? That's probably what you want to bet, because we're all sadists here in chat. We love to see the runners suffer a little.
Oh,
if you're one of the runners, you're hoping for like
quarter heart.
Oh, quarter heart.
You're dead. Oh no, that's it.
Oh, that's a costly death.
Hugged to death.
That's gonna take 4 or 5 minutes to get back there.
Really
Like
risky.
that is pretty much the worst place to die in Shadow Temple. That is unfortunate.
I mean, he was.
This seed is just not healthy.
Right.
Yeah. That the best thing to do with those, they're not called redeads, are they? Gibdos. The ones that are all wrapped up are Gibdos. The best thing to do, hookshot them like he did, but then you want to jump slash. The crouch stab won't work even if you have a jump slash stored.
Well, if you have
it works on the redeads.
If you have
big ore on sword is fine. Yeah, but if you're just working with master sword, you do need to jump slash them to get the one hit kill.
Oh, he had a red potion too. He could have just.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
I mean, really too bad.
You're on restream. You're on a tournament race. There's a lot of pressure on you. I can get behind that.
It happened.
We're humans, right? We may all make mistakes.
And I think especially like in a restream situation or in a 1v1 situation, if you make a mistake, then it can kind of get in your head a little bit, like, oh, I'm so far behind now. But the reality is that everybody makes mistakes in these races. Like, literally everybody's making mistakes, losing time. Your opponents are losing time too, so
like most people have in their head that the opponents are always going to play perfectly, but that's just not true. That's like they're going to, like, even if they nail something that you don't, they will still like fail other things or like be inconsistent with other things. And like Shadow is actually a lot quicker if you don't need to do any checks along the way. Like he is almost there where he was when he started. So like that's like
he's almost caught back up.
That's like a minute time loss, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe 2, something like that.
Yeah, between 1 and 2 minutes, I would say.
Yeah,
not terrible.
Okay.
Still sucks, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's definitely not the end of the world. He'll still finish this race with still in good shape. Viper making a good point in chat though. The Salty Sponge does not make a lot of mistakes. I learned that on Tuesday. I had my Blitz bracket match against Sponge. I had the bad luck of drawing Sponge in the first round. He beat me by 3. Oh, it hurts. If he just made a couple of mistakes, it would have been close, but...
Yeah. Or if you made less mistakes, I don't know.
Well, yeah, then it's like, oh man, I lost 10 seconds here, I lost 20 seconds there, but like, you can't avoid it. Mistakes are inevitable.
Okay, going for the slash strat, that's fine. Ooh, dodging the pod. Oh, Johnny, drink the potion! Drink the potion, you have it. Come on.
He's got it. He noticed it when he paused before. This is good, this is good.
Now I feel a lot better. I was on the edge of my seat, dude.
Oh, that would have really hurt. A double kill?
There's just this one opponent you cannot beat. It's that one Gibdo.
That Gibdo is the final boss of the game.
Yeah, not being tilted by. Oh, that's just that's just a smack in the face.
Oh, that's the game laughing at you. If that heart container had been in the first chest in the room, oh, that stings.
What I do, like, there's actually a very easy, like, just sequence of things you do to clear that room. You go in, you open the bomb check, then you hookshot the Gibdo. What I then do is, like, you want to crouch to get the pod fly over your head to dodge the pod. What I do is, like, I shield draw my sword there, and then I wait until the pod is gone, and then I jump slash, and then hookshot, and then just repeat. Hookshot, crouch, jump slash.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even need to fight them that way. It's very convenient.
Absolutely.
But, like,
speaking of being in trouble with hearts, Hylian, 3/4 of our heart here in ice, but remembering that red potion that we got from the big Poe salesman.
She is.
That big Poe salesman coming in clutch this time. Not a required item, but certainly a useful one. That's
really something I like to have in the back of my hand, is like a potion or something. Like sometimes a red, like a green potion even. Like sometimes it just like when you're in spirit and you have dins and you need to do like all of the things with dins. Like a green potion is really handy to just fill up your magic.
Yeah, potions sometimes are really a handy thing to find.
Most of the
So
time.
we're coming to the end of Shadow.
Yep.
Couple checks left here, and then for these two runners, they're still looking for Boomerang and Long Shot. They've got a lot of options available to them.
Yep.
Well, Maria has finished with Jabu, coming back adult.
I
Looks
think
like she's going to go and
finish DC here.
Yeah. finish DC. Yeah, she bailed on that earlier. Oh, maybe deciding to finish Hyrule Field. That would be really good if she did.
Oh yeah, she's walking out. She's handing in the Poe and then check the rest of Hyrule Field, hopefully.
Yeah, Millie, child fishing. So not something that's going to be first on Wildcat or Sean's mind after finishing Shadow. They've got a lot of other stuff. And we do still have this bet going. So where do you think... Oh, never mind. Where do you think the long shot is? It's right there. All right, Baby Seed. If you can get the order of checks right, it's not going to be easy for Sean or Wildcat to find that Boomerang. However, Hylian, once Hylian gets the covers out of GTG, is going to run across that long shot pretty quickly. He'll probably be our first runner to go up to Ganon and find out where the lights are. Yeah. For part of the seed, we were talking about, oh, Shadow's foolish. Somebody saw a Shadow foolish hint. Clearly, that wasn't the case. Not the case at all.
Where is it?
Is it? And Maria as well has Epona's.
Oh, there it is. We
probably.
found it.
Yeah, it's right there. We found it.
Wait, how did I miss that? Shawnee has it.
Yeah, Shawnee has it as well. Yeah.
Wait, we're global.
I saw it, yeah. That's a baby
missed it.
seed.
I completely missed it.
Here we are, sub 2 hours. We're just missing lights.
Yeah, we still need to beat water, but if the boss key's early and the light arrows are not ass, this might there might be people sub 2ing this seed.
Yeah, sub 2 is a possibility depending on light arrow location. Definitely, we're gonna see like some low 2-hour finish time. So I think this is the nicest Scrubs qual so far in terms of like that Boomerang is kind of not great, but it's Sphere 0. There, Maria's picking up her Dins.
Maria's
That's great
still
for
on
her.
4 hearts. Like she dodged all the heart containers.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Might want to pick up a fairy at this point. Like you've got 4 bottles.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna be heading out to GT to get her hovers, and then she'll be just 1 item away.
Shawnee and both Shawnee and Wildcat being on Bongo. Shawnee's done with the Bongo fight. Shawnee was like a boat ride ahead, but Hylian caught up. Doing the spin slash strats here.
Oh, very nice. Oh, just missing that 1 cycle, I think.
Yeah,
I think one more.
I feel like that's the N64's fault, though. Like I think on emulator or VC you would have gotten that, honestly. And that's Bongo down for both of them.
Swag kill, and there's another bow. That's the third bow.
Yep.
Ria deciding not to go to GTG yet. I feel like that was probably a good time to go. You're already halfway there. You have Epona's. But she knows it's hinted. She'll get there.
Yeah, but I feel like dipping Shadow's never that bad of an idea if it's like you need to do these 2 rooms anyway.
Yeah,
and like
you don't waste much.
Like it happened before.
Oh yeah, I've seen vanilla. And you're not wasting much time because you have to backtrack out of here if you're doing the full.
Yeah. Looks like Shawnee's taking a little breather here.
Yeah.
Okay, Enigmatic Hylian is now clearing Lake.
Presumably we'll head out to GTG after this.
Routing in GTG this way. I can see that. Well, like being way of the hero and being this close to glow mode. I think you want to rush the way of the heroes and leave this behind. You have Saren, you can come back anytime. There's no reason to do this now.
He is missing 2 items to be fair, plus the lights. So he's missing hovers and long shot. If you find 1 here, then you can just bail out of G when you get the other.
Yeah. Like the question is,
Yeah.
is he going to full clear GTG at this point?
This is a difficult thing if you're missing 2 items.
Yeah.
It can be really difficult to decide like how aggressive to be. Do you rush the unresolved way of the hero, or do you do these checks along the way while you're passing by? Like, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. Like, sometimes it's going to work out, and some we know where the hovers are, we know where the long shot is, so we know what the correct choice is. But I can definitely see the logic behind clear this out on your way.
Sean is actually opting to pick up the song from Kag first.
Okay.
Wait.
No, Shawnee doesn't have Jabu.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
Did
Sean
he never? He's getting a fairy.
Yeah,
That is game knowledge right there.
He's getting the fairy.
That is some game knowledge. Lucora Boomerang is on child fishing. Fishing.
It's just collecting the fairies, not even.
Yeah,
catching
just
them.
wanted that free heal. That is something that I have never seen anybody do in randomize. I knew that there was a fairy fountain back there, but like
I think
never
I've
seen
done
it.
it on one seed where it was like double damage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I did it. Like just knowing that it's there sometimes is really useful.
Yeah, game knowledge like that can come in handy. One that I didn't know about for a long time that's really handy. Lobby of Song of Storms. There's a big fairy that appears that refills all your health and magic. You can't bottle it, but it fills all your health.
That's cool.
That can be really handy if you do GTG early. You got that Stelphos fight. You have hearts.
Just fill up your hearts once.
The lobby of GTG and
But
like between the 2 chests and the.
I wonder if you can play storms too. Like it functions essentially like one of the gossip stones, right? I wonder if you can just play another. Like there's a different song that you can play to make it a small fairy spawn, so you can actually catch it.
I don't know. I've never tried that.
Like that's the same.
I know
like,
there's
the flagpole on DMT. You can also play Sunsong on a fairy. Yes, I think Sunsong is the one, right?
I think so, yeah. There's a Sunsong one in Lake Hylia as well, on the little island that has a skull.
Yeah.
Play Sunsong there, you get a big fairy, which can sometimes be a pain. You just want to make it night to get that skull, and then you have to watch this little cutscene. We're in water now. Shawnee dropping FW right outside the boss room, so that saves a lot of time. If you have to lower the water and then you find the boss key, you don't need to raise the water again. You can just warp right back.
So Wildcat and Shawnee being neck and neck basically, and they have been neck and neck for like the last 20 minutes.
For the 2 of them, it'll just be who does child fishing first.
Yeah. Like they are in really
Maria.
good positions right now.
Oh yeah,
except for missing.
absolutely.
That's probably going to bite them.
Yeah, it could take a while.
I mean, the entire world is open to you. Why would you go into child fishing? Like that's the reasoning behind it. Like I can totally get behind not doing that, and I'm happy for every seed where I can dodge Lake at all.
While Maria finishing up Dongos, and then presumably is going to go out to G. The hero G. Verse. Where Hylian is doing some graveyard clean. That GTG hint was very accessible, right? Like all of our runners had.
It was behind Deku, I think.
Okay, yeah, so they should all know about
It was
that.
even the one on the left. Like I can see some people dodging avoiding the right side of Deku because it's slow to go around. But like the left one.
Oh, it was an SFM2, says Kari. So yeah, they should all know about that.
I'm pretty sure it was next to Deku though, or maybe I'm mixing things up. But like it was in the forest area for sure, so everyone should have that.
Yeah. Hylian, is this going to be 20 skulls?
Yep.
Yes, that's 20 skulls. So our first look at that.
Linear's on 20. Come on.
Strength 3 on 20.
Nothing.
Our container. The heart. Maria might be going to check the song Raider or grab some skulls or something. Not heading toward GTG regardless.
Yeah, but like she's probably going to go into the crate and check the song there, and then she's going to get Requiem, and I think she's able to reverse. So that would be, I think that would work out for her. But then it's like, why are you not rushing again? Like I get distracted very easily too. Sometimes I just do things that I like fear that are on the way, or like I'm kind of here right now. I want to do them anyway, but like that's just plain out wrong. And like the most of the time, it's just like I know that these plays are wrong that I'm doing, but I fear that are wrong at least, because there's not really any wrong plays in Rando. It's just plays that are like a little better, but like no play is outright wrong.
But in any given seed, the quote unquote wrong play might be the correct one.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
just crater and you...
I mean,
yeah,
unless you like clear a non-required stone dungeon, foolish dungeon for nothing. That's
or you clear it and it's stacked. You know, then it's like, okay, well that was the right choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here Maria's gonna give us our first look at Fire Temple, which interesting play. Oh no, I think we saw Fire Temple from somebody. We saw the first few checks in it.
Did we? I can't remember.
Maybe I'm mixing this up with the Blitz seed that I was watching earlier.
Probably. Also, no boss key yet in water.
Yeah, we're going deeper and deeper.
So it's not.
We have everything we need to full clear.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get this.
The Central Pillar, Dark Link, River Chest, Chest. I think those are the 4 we have left.
Have we seen the Zora tunic yet?
No, but we do have the 2 wallets, so this is in luck.
Yeah, and we have Kokiri Forest Way of the Hero. And that could still be for the second wallet.
It could. No. This is a real rarity, seeing this skull.
I mean... Huh?
You're there, why not?
Oh, the one, yeah, sure. Just... Like,
the one at the top of the Central Pillar.
Like, that one too, if I still need to collect skulls. It's pretty quick to grab. Like, Water Temple has some surprisingly efficient skulls when you come in here with Longshot. You can just like grab 3 of them very easily.
Yeah, you don't see them often because usually by this point in the game you dealt with your skull need.
Yeah, either
cool
that,
to see.
Either that, or you like find the boss key so early that like you can't even get most of the skulls because like you just want to bail so hard. Okay, the 2-hour mark has approached and no one has finished yet, it seems. So that goes our theory of being able to subdue this.
That suggests to me that lights are in an inconvenient location.
Yeah, I would agree.
Now, this is true, James. I hadn't noticed that, but yeah, we don't have slingshot, which is logically required for Deku. Like there is a logical requirement.
God. I just had an
awful slingshot.
What's that? What if light arrows on target in the woods?
Oh my god.
The slingshot is just so stupid.
Oh, that would be so bad. That would be so bad.
Or like, you have strength 3 on target in the woods, and then all the other slingshots and light arrows in light trial. So there's no way to get another slingshot and get bailed out. But like
the slingshot is just like deep fire or twin rover or something.
I mean, we still don't have the hammer. That has to show up first. So like hammer and this is getting worse and worse the more we talk about it.
Yeah, there's all these awful possibilities.
No.
I would say, Kari, I think Maria is being very thorough on her way to GTG. I don't think it's necessarily the right play here because it's not like there are checks that you can't do later.
Yeah.
Like she could have just gone to GTG from the Tektite Grotto, for instance. EC later, done Lake later, whatever, if she didn't find.
I mean,
I understand the mentality of not wanting to leave something.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just like being able to make the call when to leave something behind and when to not do that. That's like an important skill to learn in this rando.
It is a difficult skill, I would say.
Yeah, it's really
especially like if you're not used to jet seeds, and a lot of these scrub quals have been like you need to be very thorough in your checks. That's what's paid off. The strategy with here.
Yeah.
In this case, we know that it's not the right play.
Wildcat is going to. Yep.
Oh, Wildcat lost his shield. Ouch.
Yeah. Never hook shot that target at the top. That's a bait. That's the game just straight up baiting you.
Putting in my bet for OGC. Love to see OGC today. Eat that. One thing you can do with these likes if they're giving you trouble, you can hookshot them, guns them.
Okay, you can also
deal with. Also, yeah, use the bow. There's options, but yeah, like real mini boss of this dungeon. We'll see Wildcat probably make quicker work of Dark Link than that particular level.
Slingshot!
There's our sling. All right. So, Scale Way of the Hero? Question mark? That might be the first logical sling.
We've not seen the other scale yet. Maria's warping again. Oh no, she's just clearing out Lake. I thought like she was going to pull out the ocarina to warp.
Because Deku, even though it was our forest medallion, it just unlocked Prelude. There was nothing on Goma. So that slingshot could be the first logical slingshot.
Yeah. I mean, it's the only one that has shown up.
Did find a scale in Way of the Hero Ice, so...
Yeah, but there's still another one somewhere.
Water continuing to be wet.
The boss key is actually really late in water.
Yeah. Either river or dragon chest, which dragon chest can be early, but most runners, the way that they route water, that winds up being as something in a 1v really good to know about a runner is whether they try to do dragon chest early or late.
Yeah.
You know your opponent is always doing it a certain, like they're always doing it last. Maybe doing it early is a good idea. Save you a couple of minutes potentially if the
or lose it.
Or lose it if it isn't there.
Yeah, I feel like metagaming in terms of concrete info, like have it like finishing times in multi-people race, or like a 1v1 where you assume that your opponent should have finished by now because he has an execution advantage. So you're like, maybe it's in a worse location, so you just like don't go for the optimal play and like take a little risk, which actually has helped out me a lot in the past. I don't feel like I feel like that's more important than metagaming each dungeon and like knowing all your preferences of your opponent. Like, if you have that much time to research all of your opponent's preferences, you might as well use that time to polish your own tricks and execution knowledge.
This is true, and metagaming can definitely, like in a 1v1 situation, you don't know what your opponent is really up to.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
Yeah. I've had a situation where like I thought that I was behind because of something I did early, and then at the end of the race I found out, my opponent fell in the moat and missed time of day and just really tilted at the beginning, and everything went wrong for them, and in my head they were playing a perfect game and I was behind the whole, So yeah, you can definitely overthink these things.
Yeah. I remember in like one of my recent league matches, I think it was against Arthur Houdini, who has a massive edge in terms of execution over me. I know that I'm like pretty much an underdog in terms of execution. And then I made the decision to go to ice pretty late, and there was the hook shot in there. So I was like, okay, I need to make up some time. So I'm going to dodge, like I'm going to skip Spirit Temple, which was full clearable super early, but it was a stone. And there was nothing in there. And that was because that was the reason why I won in the end. So like knowing to metagame off of the seed rather than your opponent is what you kind of are looking for, right?
Yeah. What's the second best play or the third best play if you're assuming your opponent has an edge on you? Yeah.
Like if you always go for the best play and your opponent is like has the edge, then he's just going to straight up beat you. Like it's very unlikely that people are going to make the same decisions throughout a seed. But if they did, then you just straight out lose if you follow the same path if your opponent has better execution.
2 questions in chat. Lucora, yes, the preset on the website is correct if you're using 6.0. I believe the preset on the Deb version is outdated, but if you use the stable 6.0 version, that is the correct preset. Embles, we're just looking for lights.
Yep.
That's it. Lights is it.
They could still be really ass. Just putting this out there. They could be anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
They can be in well, we just need to pick them up then. They could be in Ganons, which is like a 50-50 if strength 3 is required, like roughly. They could be in Fire, which we would still need the hammer. They could be in Spirit, which is like a very high chance of just straight up being available, but we could also need like the Mirror Sheet for 3 checks. So the seed looks pretty nice so far, but it still has something in store.
And nobody has finished. Out of the 70 people that entered this race, nobody is done yet. So
that's a lot. Well, it's 69 and 1. No, 69.
69.
Nice.
69.
I wonder if that's planned.
Even the number of racers is planned out. Okay, so yeah, so like people were mentioning in the chat, Boomerang on Child Fishing is going to be really bad for the 2 runners that don't have it. For the 2 runners on the left, Maria and Hylian, they're going to get their hovers here, and they'll be able to clear Shadow, which is where the long shot is. So they're in pretty good shape to get up to Ganondorf. And question for Shawnee.
Interestingly enough, in Enigmatic Hylian, like we discussed this earlier, that they might potentially bail from GTG. Finding hovers, turns out they didn't.
Yeah, and they have FW as well. So in this position, I would probably go rush Progression Dungeon.
Yeah.
Hope that the long shot was just along the way.
Which it is.
The flip side of that, though, is it's really nice to have your FW.
Yeah.
Useful in Shadow, and then it's useful to leave it in. You're going to get the light arrow hint, so
I feel like having GTG having Faraz Wind in a place where you would have trouble coming back to is still better than saving a couple of seconds in Shadow with Faraz. Like I would rather have that in a space unconvenient, just having the safety of like knowing that I can just go there quickly if I need to. Like
there's
using Faraz and Shadow in the maze is not that much faster.
The other part of it, though, is leaving it outside of Ganondorf. That does save a good amount of time versus walking up the stairs twice. So, it looks like he might be bailing now, though. Thing FW.
Is Shawnee going for the castle play here? I mean, Shawnee has all the medallions.
And Wildcat in the castle as well. So
no, they're missing.
Trials have.
Yeah, both of them going for the Ganos Castle play here, looking for Rang, which is very fair to assume.
Yeah, we know it's not here, but this is a fair bet. Rang was on Child Fishing.
Yeah, that's like the worst place for them for the Rang to be for these specific runners.
The one thing that might push them there is that scale in Way of the Hero Ice Cavern. He pushed them to go to Child Lake just to see if it's on the underwater.
That's like one check though.
It is.
It's so vague.
Longshot was Shadow Temple boss, so
yep. Just
very much on the way for Maria and both. Or Trials not giving us. It would be funny if they found, for instance, Mirror Shield. I would probably give them a shove in the. Funny for us as spectators.
Bet MQ Spider Symphony. Spirit, MQ Spirit. No. Please don't.
There's been a small mistake with the seed. It turns out we have MQ Stone Spirit today. Hope not.
No. Like turning off all these tedious checks for Scrubs level runners and then making it MQ, like what's the point?
I'll admit I still have never dungeon. I would probably be a lot more interested in get that they're popular with some. Oh, there's our first finish. A creative username. First place.
That's
2 hours,
odd.
37. So lights are not awful.
Wow.
Say we can say conclusively lights are not in an
crazy.
awful spot. That's a really relations creative username.
Dude, where are the lights, dude? Where are they? I wanna know.
That's a big finish for a creative username.
Yeah.
They're getting a lot of big names. We got Cola in this. There's some Cola and there's some top tier runners in this race. That's got to feel really good.
Oh yeah.
Winning a big race like this, it's a huge boost.
Yeah, I have yet to accomplish that.
I won a weekly once. It wasn't even like in it or whatever, but like, oh man, I was buzzing.
Oh, and that's where strength 3 is. That might
Taking it in Ganon.
Yeah, it's just Ganon's.
So actually, that may solve our.
Yeah. These two might actually find light arrows before everyone else on Restream. Like Whitecat and Shawnee might actually find light arrows first. If they are light
Also, these two have been like on each other's heels for I want to say like over an hour. They've just been
at least like 45 minutes to an hour at this point, yeah.
Making the same plays, finding the same stuff. A bit of divergence. Oh no, Sean is deciding. Hovers. Also deciding to carry on.
And we got a second place finish. Ecola finishing second with a time of 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 23 seconds. This is a jet, dude.
Cola. Cola was in my group. He's a tough runner. Plays so much. Alien starting through Shadow, gonna light trial, not so far. There's OGC, which was my bet. Cross for that.
Okay, so Light Trial was pretty uneventful so far. There was like nothing in Ganon's except for Strength 3 at this point. Kinda disappointing. But where are the lights then?
Oh. OG.
And
Hey.
when will our runners on the right side actually go to like and get the ring? Like Ganon's castle makes sure that if you go in there, you're going to spend like you're going to do all of it.
We're good. We saw inside Ganon's. We're gonna see outside. This Wildcat has Spirit, there's Forest. Excellent. There's cleanup. Is what he needs. I would bet that Spirit or very fast. Fingers crossed.
That's not where they are.
I lost the bet. Right.
But where are they? Like, they have to be somewhere along the way, right?
Or not too inaccessible anyway.
Like, you have to be able to get them very quickly.
This is a child play from right. That is prime or stone. So
Yeah, Wildcard really needs
takes
to
too
go
long
back.
to find.
Like, we're doing some child cleanup here, so I don't know if they have done Goro City, but I mean, a wild play. That's Minuet.
Oh, that was Sarah. Okay.
Oh, using this. Wait, have they found the slingshot?
Bonnie's the only one. Oh no, Maria has.
They don't. Maria's the only one with the slingshot right now, right? No, Shawnee has it too.
There it is.
Where is what?
Visible spinner blade. They're all like we're gonna see woods area. I guess he never even did this grotto, eh?
Oh, you're actually cutting out very frequently now. Like, I can't understand a word you're saying.
Oh dear. Maybe I'll leave the call and come back in, see if that.
I feel like I know this issue. Like, it feels like I think there could be something with your mic sensitivity.
I will take a look at some of those settings. I won't be watching as close for that.
Dude! You're going to see in a second that we got, in fact, trying to stretch this sentence out as long as I can for Anders to catch up.
I looked away. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, then I'm just going to do it. We have like 3 finishes. And one of them was a 1-second snipe.
Oh. Yeah, that's really impressive. Or unlucky.
One-second snipe. Alexis with a 220 flat. And Zor with a 220 in 1 second. And apparently, according from Racetime Chat, having missed the slash, the final slash on the pig. So they would have actually finished before Alexis with that. And then Saria's object finishing 20 seconds after. The time of 2 hours, minutes and 27 seconds.
Yeah, having a finish like that must be really unnerving.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter in terms of qualifying points. Like, they will get like exactly the same points, roughly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But it's still like, imagine, like this was like first and second place. Like, missing the slash, making the difference between getting first or second.
Yeah, and personally, I've missed that slash a lot of times. Not going
Oh, yeah,
close enough.
No, it's not. It's not chess minigame. Maria is crossing too.
Have anyone done Wasteland yet? I don't think so, right?
I think someone has done it, but there was nothing there. I think Wildcat crossed. Because Wildcat has not been to Crater. But Shawnee did, so Shawnee had Requiem. Wait a second. Maria has everything to do Shadow. She is in fact... Yeah, she can just do Shadow, find the long shot, and she's in glow mode too. I'm not sure why she's doing all of this. Maybe she thinks she missed something because people finished this early. Like usually when people finish this early, there's just like a lot of stuff along the way. So you can actually metagame off of that where the long shot is, I think.
Yeah, is it possible that she's mismarked her tracker? Is there any chance that maybe Spirit is the medallion?
Come on, Shawnee. Go get it! Shawnee's on the way!
Hey.
Shawnee's gonna get the rang!
Good stuff. Be surprised if Wildcat went down to Lake after doing these domain checks as well. Right, so Kari says it's marked correctly, so then I'm not entirely sure what would make it come in. Spirit before doing Shadow. Finish is just rolling in now, as they tend to do.
Yeah.
Get a few, and then a few more, and then all of a sudden there's lots.
Shawnee getting the rank. This is glow mode for Shawnee. And he can just like go and dive through to Zora's domain right here.
Like Wildcat picking up a fish.
I think Wildcat is prepared to check rank chest here.
Yeah, I think that's likely what's gonna happen.
And set for Rose and then go looking for the rang.
Which not a bad play. Like I'm definitely a proponent of doing the first check when you're here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Especially if you've got FW.
Maria.
Here we go, Maria heading in. Good to see.
Okay, Maria finally made her way into Shadow. She still like has the lowest health. She's on 6 hearts. It's maybe going to be rough. Like she's been like for how low health she has been doing pretty well so far.
Absolutely. Johnny, I think, is gonna skip these domain. Head right into Jabu. Then it's a question for these two runners in Jabu now. Do you go mode Jabu? Do you skip this chest and the boomerang chest, or do you clear? Yeah.
It would certainly help if we had like a hint for Jabu being foolish. That would be great.
Yeah, we still don't know what our foolish dungeon is.
I really want to know what was the last foolish dungeon. I don't think we're going to find out on Restream though. Like we have
Not
like
likely.
We don't even have a handful of hint stones left. We have like the 2 storms lock. Wait, no, there's like 3. No, there's 2 storms lock checks. No, 3 hint stones that are storms locked. The one in DMT, the one in Kokiri, the one in Hyrule Field.
I think there's one of the back of lake checks that we didn't see, maybe?
That makes 4, and then like that one bad hint in Hyrule Field near Gerudo Valley.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not many left.
Yeah, it's like 5. So so what would you do in this situation? Would you Gomo, Jabu, and Bale? And
I would probably drop for roars in Jabu. Go mode it. Feel like the odds of lights being elsewhere, like there's so much of the game open. The odds of them being are not very high. On the other hand, though, you do see all these people finishing, so you got to think, well, maybe it was just on a somewhere.
Yeah,
it's a tough call. The thing is that these 2 checks take like an extra couple of minutes, maybe, and you got to think, how long will it take you to backtrack? You need to come back to Jabu, go back, warp to get in here to walk through the dungeon again. Welcome in. Tomato Soup rating with a party of 3. GG's on the 9th place.
GG's to me.
Congratulations.
With a 2
Good finish.
hours and 27 minutes flat. Hog.
Thanks for the raid. And I see Inko's here as well. GG Inko, I think you got 8th, eh?
Yep.
8th and 9th place runners. Please do not mention where the light arrows are. We still have not seen them. Where a lot of stuff is in this seed, but we still haven't seen the lights. Welcome in, both of you. And so you got the bunny hood? Wow, that's a play.
I mean, if you go for the hinted magic meter before going to Deku Tree, I mean, I can get behind doing the trade sequence, but also then that's still on you. I don't feel like bunny hood saves that much time.
The light arrows can be found in territory. This is true. Enigmatic Hylian finishing up Shadow, gonna go and clear out water. Who's gonna be the first to get the hint from Gan? Will it be Shawnee or will it be Hylian? They're both on pace to get there.
Wildcat, no! Don't go adult.
Oh, Wildcat's gonna leave behind.
I think that's a hard last location at this point.
Yeah, there's just those 2 checks in Lake there. We got a few more finishes. Bossage and Bo. 11th. Hylian is in the right place, wrong age. Or no, it's Wildcat who's missing the. Hylian's actually going to.
Oh, I think Wildcat is going to get the song. I think he forgot to get the song from Nocturne Check, which is going to be Storms.
No, Wildcat doesn't have Jabu yet. He's still looking for his boomerang.
You're right, he's looking. I was blanking on it for a second. I was like thinking, like, what could he potentially do?
I think maybe checking.
Oh, the Boskin water is on the river chest, I think.
Yeah.
Was it River or Dragon?
It was River.
It's ass.
So, yeah, it's
like,
not.
Everyone has who
not
has
a quick water. Not a quick water attempt. I think Shawnee might actually get up to talk to Ganon first, especially since has already done the first part of Ganon.
I think Shawnee's actually opting to full clear Jabu here. I mean, I can't blame him. It really depends on the situation, but like in most cases, I would probably just do it because like just full clear Jabu at this point.
Yeah, it's gonna take you an extra like maybe to do the compass and the boomerang.
Yeah.
It's not a huge time investment. They are great if it's not. Welcome in, Jimbo. GG on your place. We're in various stages of. None of our runners have found lights yet, but most of them are on their path. Fortunately, not likely to find that.
A really nice seed. So far.
Yeah. This has been a really friendly. Yeah, a few of our runners avoid the boomerang for a long time. One of them is still avoiding it.
Yep. Oh, that's a fire play. Dipping. Oh, getting the Requiem. Yeah.
I don't know if he's gotten. Yeah, so the 2 hour, 30-minute Bolero check.
I mean, there was so many better things to do than just to head to the crater. Especially if
It's true.
Especially if you missed that hookshot and bomb bag for your adult one.
More finishes. GG Doc Heap. Former scrub Doc Heap. Biznix. Just a little bit out. 12th and 13th place.
GG's.
Finish is just pouring in. Here comes everybody. We got Markars and Vidya James in 14th and 15th. Wiggly.
Enigmatic Hylian demonstrating a rather interesting and safe strat to kill the clans. Just use Dins. Just cook them real good.
Works on those spike balls in the map room as well.
It does?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Those are a pain in the
That's a nice quick strat. Yeah.
Steamed clans. I think they are more like turned into Steam at this point.
If anybody's been watching ZFG's Max Percent Child runs that he's been doing lately, he uses both of those rooms because killing those enemies is a big pain as Child.
I really want to watch one of the later attempts on that.
It's a long run.
It is.
His PB is like 5 hours and 45 minutes.
Like that's
the marathon.
That's but like I mean I wouldn't like follow it completely. I would just like leave it on and like take a nap or something. Potentially. Like just lay down and watch something long.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, if I fall asleep and miss something, that's not that bad, that big of a deal.
It's a very interesting run. A lot of things you won't see in any other cat. Welcome in, Docs. GG on your 12th place. I'm taking it that you had a hard time finding the boomerang. Yeah. Other than that, I feel like this was a very straightforward seed, and really, it's sphere 0. Like it's not that bad.
Yeah. So what was kind of the story of the seed was that Shani was the first one to just like blindly rush South Hyrule Field while dodging Valley and then finding Bomb Bag and Hookshot and bringing that into Adult 1. But then losing a little bit of time so that Wildcat could catch up. But then Shani found the rank fast to like take the lead again. And Shani's looking really good to just finish.
Yeah.
First and restream potentially. But like Hylian is really, really close behind. Like they just need to do water and then they can get the light arrow him as well.
Yeah, Maria's also on a clear path to finishing. She's gonna get her long shot here in just a second.
Yeah,
be able to get her 6th medallion.
She's probably going
to
feel so bad though because like she could have
everything else first.
She could have gone into Shadow like 10 minutes earlier, potentially.
Yeah.
It's going to feel rough. But like that's how
she's
you learn.
done a lot of way here, so
Yeah. Like they're still all pretty close. For like the only thing for Wildcat is just like when will he pick up the rank?
he
But
is child
that,
again.
yeah.
So this is encouraging.
This is the last chance, I think. If you don't get it now, you're never going to get it.
Yeah, this is the thing about child cleanup, is if you decide to do child cleanup, you should commit, clear out 100% so that you don't leave that one thing behind that you come back to an hour later.
Also, what kind of feels rough is... Wait, I was going to make a point, but I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. Yeah,
Keep heading back.
Now.
Oh, another snipe. Dagger finishing in 16th, 2 seconds ahead of Rock Chalk.
The snipes, dude.
A couple of really close finishes this race.
Yeah, like a 1 second snipe. Crazy. A 2 second snipe? Insane.
Here we have an 18-second snipe.
Another pretty close finish there.
What is actually considered a snipe? I think it's like within like 45 seconds or something, because that's approximately how long the last cutscene takes or something.
Yeah, like 30, 40 seconds, something like that.
The last cutscene is 11 seconds, I think.
It feels like forever.
Okay, that's a child spirit play. Unlucky. I can see why you want to do it. Like, you're going to do this before you ever, like, you kind of want to do all of the child checks that you have left in the game. So you can just, like, leave that part of the game for good. Okay. So, Shawnee is going to reveal the position of light arrows to us in the next minute.
My bet already was ruined.
What did you bet?
Bet OG's.
Oh, yeah.
It was a nice idea at the time.
It has to be somewhere easy. I'm kind of leaning towards well. Oh, it is actually well. Okay. Well, like they are probably super early in well.
So, clear path for Shawnee. Go to Burning Cack, get some storms, go child, grab lights. Did he forget to save? He might have forgotten to save. There we go. EXR Rang was on child fishing. The one really out of the way item in this seed. Everything else was sort of on the way, or it was hinted. There was no indication to go to child late.
Yeah. All of the stone
I think his
dungeons
mess was.
have been avoidable this seed too, which always feels nice. Although
We saw.
every side dungeon had something.
Yeah. But we saw nothing in forest. We saw. This is our first look. Wildcat's going to get his. Yeah, we barely saw the stone dungeons at all on. Yeah, ice was skippable, and for a while we thought that that Shawnee was going to skip it because he had Requiem.
Yeah.
He had the option to reverse and do.
And Wildcat picking up the rank here, finally.
There we go. So all of our runners now in glow mode.
Oh, Shawnee by accident picking up the sword again, just mashing
Oh.
A. Yeah, it happens. That happens.
I would imagine some of the top finishers in the race never saw the inside.
Oh, I think first place might have actually completely skipped ice too.
Oh, I see what happened to Shawnee. He went back in time without getting storms first, and then realized his mistake.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair.
Welcome in Markars, rating with a party of 8. GG on your finish as well. Welcome in Raiders. All of our runners are cleaning up their final dungeons, or in the case of Shawnee, is their way to grab the light arrows. Got Mr. Carp and Cariosa coming in within 5 seconds of each other. What are the snipes this seed? There's so many of them. Holy moly. Snipes are... Now Shawnee can go to bottom of the...
Yep. I actually thought he picked up the song earlier, but I was wrong, I guess.
He probably also thought he picked up the song.
Yeah, the strength 3 in Ganon's castle made sure that once you entered Ganon's, you were going to full clear that, and like put even more time into the sync.
Yeah, the only way you're not full clearing Ganon's is if you're already on your way. Grab that strength 3. Gaming subscription.
Pog.
Getting it to Bezos. So where in the will is it gonna be? Say,
I feel like it's like first check or something.
Just say the back bombable check.
I just say the very first check Shawnee opens, regardless of what it is. Like it has to be the one on left side, I think. Like the one immediately on the left. I think that's the one that everyone goes for first.
15 seconds separating 25th and 26th place. Berlim and TJ. Jekyll's Incoherent got the bunny hood as well.
But if Storms was an OT, this scene would have played out entirely different. Like,
Would have been.
That would have been horrible.
As it is, we still don't. We didn't see Hammer and we didn't see Mirror Shield on Restream. No idea where either of those are.
Oh, that's a gold scale. That's where that is.
Okay, Goma's in Logic at last.
That's a key.
Does that mean that Goma's the last logical thing?
Just going
It
to
might be. The only slingshot we saw, Tim, was on diving in the lab. Oh yeah, Goma locks this, so that's not the logical slingshot. That's true.
It's not.
There's another one out there somewhere.
Did we
Maybe
ever
Forest.
Did we ever see Bomb to Bowling? It could just be early in Forest, honestly.
I think
like
Shawnee did
in
Bomb Chew Bowling.
It could also be on Phantom Ganon. Imagine doing Phantom Ganon
Oh my goodness.
of Stone Forest to get your slingshot to be Deku. See, that's why you want to learn B1 skip. B1 skip is like especially in open Deku seeds. That's like the one trick that you kind of have to know if you want to be competitive at this game. Oh, Cats did. Okay, Balding was nothing.
My guess was wrong. Your guess was wrong, Kevin. We still don't know where.
Yeah, I already saw that. So, dude, where are they?
Still a lot of check.
Okay, I feel like the next big chest, like the one when you go to the. Oh, I could just.
Oh, the compass chest.
Yeah, I don't even know which one is which. It's not quite how that works. That's a bomb bag.
Oh, there's the other bomb bag.
Well, that's
all
100%,
three.
100% bomb locked. But like we knew where the bomb bag was. Wait, where was the second bomb bag?
We saw another bomb bag. It was bomb locked. I remember at the time saying it was bomb locked. It's completely gone out.
Oh yeah, the one in Wasteland. So
Wasteland,
why is that?
that's right.
Why is that one?
It's bomb locked because Din was Bomb locked. Fire arrows.
Bomb locked.
Fire arrows. They were at the top of Zora's River.
Wait, Dins doesn't have anything.
Which was bomb locked, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about the fire arrows. Well,
yeah, I think those were bomb locked because the scale was also like locked behind River X.
My head hurts.
Yeah, double field is covered either way. Yeah, we had 3 items. Johnny's still looking for these.
And Pichu of Time finishing with a time of 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 3 seconds. Netting him at 27th place. GG's.
At this point, it's just dead hand, visible chest, and this map chest down here left.
Full clearing well.
Oh, feels bad, man. Yeah, Pembles, this was probably the jettiest qual, at least that I've seen in Scrubs qual so far. Hylian climbing the tower, going to be our second runner to talk to Ganon and get the hit.
Also, Engel finishing 28th place with a time of 2:48.25.
So, Carl, we still have 5 more live qualifiers. The next one is tomorrow at, what time is that? 6 Eastern? 10 UTC?
Wait, I can just quickly, I have a shortcut for this. I can quickly look this up.
Yeah, so this,
Sunday.
definitely tomorrow. Not 100% sure on the time. Then
27th.
there's also
6 p.m.
There's also the
Eastern,
option.
10 p.m. UTC.
There we go. There's also the option of doing offline qualifiers. So there's 7 offline qualifier seeds available.
Okay, they aren't Steve. So they are
There we
the invisible chest in the Dead Hand room. So we don't need to fight Dead Hand at least. Yeah, this check is also called Steve sometimes. It's a meme. Don't get too confused by it.
So if you're interested in learning more about the tournament, check out the Scrubs Discord. It's a really great Discord for people who are new to this game, who are looking to improve. Very, very friendly and welcoming thought. The people who qualify will be decided after all the matches are done. They'll be sorted into groups of 8. If it's anything like in previous seasons, groups of 8, and then there'll be sort of several mini tournaments at that point with people playing other runners who are at a similar skill level.
Yep.
So last season there were 6 different groups. EAS with each a slightly higher skill level than the lower one. So it's
you missed like
Oh.
like I didn't get like half of the groups.
maybe you should explain it then if I'm cutting in and out. Maybe you should explain it, Devin.
Yeah, the Scrubs tournament is a tournament that's specifically designed for newer runners to get their feet wet with competitive racing. So, if you qualify for the tournament, you're going to be paired with other people in groups that are, well, depending on how well you did in the qualifiers, are going to be roughly the same skill level as you. So you don't need to be afraid. Like, if you qualify, you don't need to be afraid of getting stomped. We try to make sure that this is as fair and as accurate as possible. So there's still enough time to get your races in if you're interested in joining. Definitely look out for the live qualifiers coming up. You need to have done at least 5. A maximum of 7 counted races towards your points. And there's still enough races and time left to just, like, if you have a lot of time on your hands, to just get going. And
Especially with those offline qualifiers, which you can do at any time. I've done, I think, 4 or 5 of those offline qualifiers. But when you say all of these EverDrive players, who else plays on EverDrive?
I have not seen anyone play EverDrive on Restream before.
It's certainly the rarest way to play rando on original hardware.
Yeah, it's also the most expensive one, I think.
I mean, if you already have it, sure.
If you have it, yeah.
I know Runner Guy, he doesn't do rando very much anymore, but he used to play on it. Like Vegeta, used to play on Everdrive, but yeah, it's not a common. No, Pemble's original hardware is totally allowed.
Yeah, like what would be the reason?
Not optimal.
I would think, what's the reason to ban Everdrive? Because it's slower than all of the other options, and it's on original hardware. So why would it be banned? But I might be wrong. I have no idea.
It's always been allowed, and I think that's been a goal of Rando from the earliest days. Is like that every feature of Rando should work on every console.
Yeah.
If it works on emulator, it should also work on or as well.
Yeah, it's like Virtual Console for N64, but it's also a lot slower.
Yeah, you get a lot of, especially in this Ganon fight, you get a lot of lag.
Yeah. Speaking of Ganon fight, Shawnee is about to get some bacon. Slay the pig.
Get your GGs ready in chat for Sean. Our first runner on finish up with this this overall pretty friendly qualifier seed. Go come hit.
Wildcat and Shawnee were so close. Like, they were literally in the same position progression-wise, and then Shawnee decided to pick up the Rang and just, like, took the top spot on Restream with that, for sure. Really interesting seeing that back and forth between, like Enigmatic Hylian was in a really, really good position at one point, too. But then, like, what were they missing again?
I think Hylian kind of put off going to GTG for a bit, similarly to Maria.
It was the GTG problem.
So yeah, this seed is pretty straightforward. If you go Lake Hylia early, and if you rush Way the Hero.
Do your progression.
Yeah, rush Way the Hero, rush progression, and you happen to stumble across the boomerang, you're gonna get a pretty good time.
And that's Sean with the finish. GG's.
34th place, 2 hours, 55 minutes, 7 seconds. GG, Sean E. Very nice.
Just making top half, by the way.
Competitive race.
69 runners, 34 finishers. Just barely cutting in under half.
That's the thing with Jets. Is you make a few decisions that don't pay out, and you lose a lot in terms of placing.
Yeah. Like, every call just matters.
I remember the Season 3 qualifiers. There were a couple of really jet seeds. I got... That time it was my PB, 2 hours and 8 finished in, like, 70th or something.
Ooh.
It was just outrageous with some of those jet seeds.
Yeah. Actually,
we got Wildcat and Hylian coming up on their legs.
Hylian and Wildcat are neck and neck right now.
Yeah.
Maria getting the boss key and is also pretty close to being done. It's gonna beat Morpha, get the light arrow hint, and then do bottom of the well. Like, just a couple minutes behind the rest of the pack.
Like Shawnee is gonna come in and join us for an interview. Or so. So if anybody has any questions for Shawnee about the seed, about his routing,
welcome in.
And there he is.
Welcome in, Sean. GG.
Well, hello. That was a seed.
That was in fact a seed.
Let's have a look.
How are you feeling about that?
I liked that one, honestly. That wasn't too bad.
Nice.
The one time I don't root in Child Lake when I do South High Rule. One time.
At one time, but like that child rolled at the beginning. Like, you were the first one to get like the bomb bag and the hook shot within like the first couple minutes. You were actually in a good position from the start. Like, that was incredible routing.
Yeah, I was thinking that it's like I was either go from Lon Ranch to Nocturne to do chickens, which no, it's chickens, or get South High Roll to try routine night cack, and I thought, let's try and get the nighttime cack at least.
Yeah. It's a tough call to make, right? Like you kind of want to get the time of day stuff out of the way, but you're also like right next to lake. And if you just did that, I think you win this race by a mile. At least
I would probably have done a bit better, yeah. I'm okay with I'm still okay with it though.
Still went pretty well though, like very good job.
Yeah. So I got a question for you, Sean. So you did you were just looking for Boomerang. You did Ganon's, obviously that didn't pay out. At that point you had Spirit, you had Forest, and you had Child Cleanup available. What was it that pushed you to do Child?
I was always thinking in the back of my head, I've got two options there. It's either I tidy up Child stuff, or I just roll the dice on a dungeon. And my reason was, if it's in Child, I don't have to start sets again. If it's in Child, I haven't got to change age again.
Yeah.
And that, I'll be honest, Child Lake was bugging me since I left it behind earlier. So it's either I actually get it done, and not have to worry about it, or I just regret it for the rest of the seed.
Right, it's in the back of your mind, like, what if it's just sitting there on those checks that I could have done?
I also have a very important question. I see no one's found the hammer. But I see people have found the Goron sword.
We have not seen the hammer, we have not seen Mirror Shield, and we have not seen the last Foolish Hint either.
I'd like to know what where the Goron sword was.
Oh, on the diving minigame in...
Of course it was.
Domain?
I'm not surprised. I'm going to go see if I can find the last Foolish Hint quick.
Oh, did you skip that?
I went in go mode.
Oh yeah,
that was glow mode, right?
Right.
Yeah, I was in glow mode at the time.
You didn't even need the sword. You did well without it.
Yeah, but it meant I had to use Deku Nuts. And Deku Nuts? God no.
Yeah.
It worked.
So I guess the other thing we were wondering about on Restream, do you ever consider skipping ice and reversing to...
I was thinking about it, but I had Ice Wave the hero. And I was thinking, if it's opponent's song and there's something on horseback archery, I lose.
Yeah.
When I found that skill, I was even less sure of my options.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ice was actually completely optional on this. Logically not so much, but... Also,
logically,
just real quick, sorry. Look at how close Wildcat and Hylian are.
Oh, Lord,
Like,
yeah.
they are within seconds of each other. This is insane. This
is going to be real close.
This is where Everdrive lag might actually matter, too.
Wait,
yeah, so Wildcat with the edge right now.
He's playing on Everdrive.
Yeah. Wildcat has the edge right now. We'll see how much that lag costs him in terms of...
I just found the last Foolish Hint.
And?
Back of Lake had Fire Temple as foolish.
Fire foolish.
Because
foolish stone fire.
I would have saved me so much time as well. I mean, I didn't need to save time, but if I was hunting for stuff that much longer...
dude. Classic. I mean, we don't even know what... I want to know where the hammer is. Like, we know that the hammer's... I mean, it could be on Dead Hand. But, like...
Oh, I know you're better than this.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Dead Hammer's a small key, by the way. Had to have been.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Last check left in the dungeon.
Was not paying attention to that. I was just like,
I was,
because
I need to know it. Oh, this is close, actually, yeah. We are just about to get her gold gauntlets, probably.
Look at that lag on the N64. So slow.
That is actually painful. I feel bad saying it. That's so painful.
They are so close.
But the swag of playing Rando on
the swag of lag.
Oh Lord.
Maria find her hint.
No!
Very
smooth Iron Knuckle fight, making quick work of them at the same time. I still can't do that to this day.
I would have loved to have a smooth Iron Knuckle fight. That would have been fantastic to have, you know?
I mean, Big Sword makes this really easy.
Oh god. I also think, by the way, that the sting shot I got was the first logical.
You got the one in diving in the lab, right?
Yeah, unless there's another one I don't know about.
It was not.
It is out of logic because
Gold scale?
the other scale was in bottom of the well, which is
Deku
locked
Tree.
behind Deku Tree.
Deku Tree,
Yeah.
yeah. Didn't even think of that.
So where was
There is
I would just think that Hammer and Slingshot are just sitting in fire. Honestly.
How?
Forest.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
Forest, yeah.
I'm
Forest or Spirit.
Dude, there's just
Those
so
are the
many
two big areas we didn't see.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, when all's said and done, we saw pretty much everything outside of Forest and Spirit.
I think
So
we've seen,
those,
like, someone went in Child Spirit. For like,
yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
Let's just do this quickly.
GG's in chat ready because we've got one we're about to finish and the other are behind.
Dude, so close. I'm being so close on restream.
So close.
That's exciting. And Maria's not
One
that
or
far
both
behind
of them.
either.
Maria's like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably about 10 minutes.
Wildcat. A very nice 42nd out of 69.
Nice, actually.
Yeah, you actually like barely made top half. Like
I'm
what-
okay with that. I'm really
34
okay with that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's exactly where I want to be right now, honestly.
Yep.
I think it's going to be 43rd unless there's another really close snipe.
Please don't.
It wasn't all snipes. There's some big snipes in this race.
Yeah. Well, small snipes. Like the bigger the snipe, the smaller the snipe, right? Like a
Fair.
1 second and a 2 second snipe.
There, you didn't know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
And we have Wildcat joining us for an interview. Welcome.
Welcome, Wildcat. GG.
GG's.
That was
How you feeling about that seed?
I'm upset because I said early game I was going to 100% go Valley route, and the minute I got Valley was barren, I abandoned it and I left my ring for about an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that hint probably both saved me and doomed me at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I did set
Yeah.
my rule after Lon to set time of day for Kakariko.
Ooh, that's fair.
Skipped Lake until Quite Lake. Yeah, the two of you didn't have the boomerang. The other two runners on Restream didn't go to GTG until Quite Lake. So we had a lot of information on Restream about where everything. We're just hoping that runners would get their stuff sorted out.
Yeah.
Why would you be behind? It was way to hero.
Just other stuff was coming up. Like they found boomerang earlier, so they were doing
makes sense.
they were doing Jabu.
All the distractions. It's so easy to get distracted in this game.
It really is to get lost in the sauce of just like,
Yeah.
because again, if I had done the Valley route, you get bombs, you get hookshot, and then if you progress obviously to Lake Hylia, you'd get your ring.
And your gold. You go to Deku, pick up Rutos. You do just do Jabu in your first child section.
Yeah, I would have never gone shot again.
It's nuts. Then you have the hook shot. So you go up the you do DC. You go up the mountain. You get Requiem. You play Requiem. You know, at that point you have probably like done Lost Woods and stuff as well. So you have Strength 2. You reverse to GTG. You get hovers, and then you clear out your way of the hero field or what. You get your dins. You just go straight up beat Shadow. Like this is
There's a really straightforward path in this seed
Yeah.
if you happen to make all those right decisions, but hindsight is 20/20. Easy to see the right path now that you know where everything is.
Yeah.
We also have
Very, very
Enigmatic
true.
Hylian joining us. Welcome in.
GG.
Alien, GG's.
You're muted,
Yeah,
but-
the two of you were very close.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
I still find it was a very good seed. I mean, this is one of the fastest scrub seeds that I've played personally, and
Yes.
still was really
It's one of the fastest
really
I've
enjoyable.
ever seen.
Yeah, GG.
This feels
everybody. Yeah,
amazing,
what a
right?
seed! What a seed!
What a seed! What a seed!
I did like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally.
So welcome in.
Don't get an AD seed for once, you know? Kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't need to touch the stone dungeons in this seed.
No, not at
Or
all.
like just barely touching them so you can use Pharah's Wind or something. Or get the song.
Yeah.
And while
I never
speaking
even
of
checked what
snipes, we
song
have
was
another
on.
3-second snipe. No,
Oh,
2
Jesus
seconds.
Christ.
Wow.
Goodness.
All the snipes, dude. All the snipes.
Snipes keep coming.
All day.
Amber, don't stop coming. Amber, don't stop coming. Amber, don't stop coming.
So
I think this
the go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think this is like the peak of a seed that if you had a good opening route and then just went way of the heroes, like you guys were saying, this was like you could finish this very, very quickly. And I know one of our buddies, ACU, creative username, got first today, and I know talking with people once I was in Go mode and chat, they were saying, yeah, if only you had just done what you said at the beginning, you would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That very foolish hint killed me, I think.
I mean, that's
Same.
probably what had to happen to a lot of runners. Like, hints are such a double-edged sword sometimes. Like, the Ice Cavern was completely bait, too. Like, how are you going to tell?
Wait. Was Oh, it was, because if you got the Bolero check for
Yeah, you just need Requiem.
Yeah, you kind of
Requiem in
No,
reverse.
to have the hook shot go into going your first into your first adult section, so you can actually pick up the Requiem, so you can then reverse to GTG and get hovers. And that's the only reason why Ice was required, is to get the horse to get to hovers in GTG, logically.
I was wondering about the scale. That's why I did lab dive, but turns out the other scale made it completely redundant.
Yeah.
For you, Sean, and for Wildcat, we were kind of hoping that the scale would put you back into Child Lake to check the underwater item. Because the two of you were just you had so many options open, and Boomerang just sitting there in a Sphere 0 check.
That also contributed to me thinking, oh yeah, scale went to here. I should probably go check that at some point.
But for Hylian, doing the early adult play and getting what's it called, the Serenade, you got that scale pretty early on, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Or not the scale, sorry, the Boomerang.
Yeah, the Boomerang. Yeah, I went adult and then I went back child, and I don't know. I just wasn't expecting it was like a back-to-back. So I checked Southern Hyrule, and what was there, a hook shot there too,
and the bomb bag, yeah,
and the bomb bag and Boomerang. I was like, oh, that's when I had a feeling like, oh, this could be the seed. Could be.
Was that bomb bag a way to heal a bomb bag, by the way?
Yes.
I only found
the other ones were bomb lock.
Yep.
I only found the one in the WoW.
There was one in Wasteland.
Of course,
that's right.
Yeah.
One in Wasteland, one in Bottom of the Well in the tomb.
Yeah.
Never end up going to Wasteland. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I think other than the Boomerang, it was like do your progression and follow up on your Way of the Heroes, and that was about all there was to this seed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would really love to know what that hammer is, though.
Oh yeah, hammer.
Yeah,
is one that
has
just
to be
never
like
came up.
it has to be in forest. I
Like,
think
Or Mirror Shield, the two of them.
I think we've seen everything else. Well, we have not seen anything in Adult Spirit either, right?
It's like
Yeah,
I could.
So like
I
it
could
could also be in Spirit.
I could go for
I
the
know the
scene and write a
first
spoiler
two.
log, but
Yeah.
not that fast.
First two in Spirit, I know where that's where I got key locked, and I was like, ah, crap. Okay, well,
Yeah.
not here, I guess.
And you were child key locked, of course you. The scene did not want to go to Spirit or Forest at all, did it?
Dude, imagine how differently the scene would have played if Serenade was on Bolero was on OT instead of Bolero.
Oh,
like there
God.
no
Yeah.
fast way to Lake. Like you either do it at the beginning or you like don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Like your hard last location there.
For real. Yeah, I think I told myself I wanted to go Child Lake because I had Serenade, and I was like, oh, this works out perfectly. But I don't think I went Child after leaving it about a half hour in.
Yeah.
Which was
The issue with Serenade though is like, or like with any warp song that gets you anywhere, is like, I have the option to do it quickly now, so I could just do it. But like at the same time, it's I have the song, I can just go back anytime, so I don't need to
put
do
it
it right
off.
now. Like I have
also
so
could find a
better
way to
things
put
to
it-
do.
Yeah.
I am also super mad at my Ganondorf fight.
Not bad.
9 hit.
I was worried that Storms, because I still didn't check the song in the desert for me. I still never checked this song that was on Bolero. And then I had the Nocturne check, which luckily was Storms. I was like, oh god, please be
Yeah.
Nocturne check for me.
Yeah.
There's still like a lot I haven't checked yet. I never even checked the Adult Crater. So I was just glad kind of everything pieced out at the end. And I was really mad that I last locationed BK and Water Temple. I could have sub 3 that if I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That was just an inconvenient location for that boss key.
Yeah, it was the worst
Very
place it could have
much
been.
Yeah.
But I can't complain about this seed too much.
Oh no, this was still a great seed.
If only they could all be this straightforward, eh?
Right?
Yes, for real.
Maria now in the final fight.
I need to go and eat, so...
Okay, well, GG's and Sean. Good luck on the rest of your quals.
GG's.
I have one left, and it's probably going to be Wednesday's one. Is it Wednesday?
There are a few coming up this week.
Yeah.
Probably not the most EU-friendly one tomorrow evening. Yeah, the next one.
No, that's fine. That's completely fine. Why would that not be a fine one?
It depends on how degenerate your sleep schedule is.
Fair point, fair point.
Yeah.
Oh, the snipes just keep coming. Holy moly.
Oh,
3
wow.
finishers in
Yeah.
7 seconds.
Nice
Wow.
sandwich. Delicious.
Oh, that's painful.
It's be the worst
Jeez.
seed in race to miss a slash on.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you for the stream.
Thanks for a great show, and GG's on first on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
See you
GG's.
later.
GG, Sean.
We're about to get her in here. Yeah, I think. Do either of the runners here, Hylian or Wildcat, have anything else they wanna talk about in the seed? Good, bad, or ugly?
I don't know. I feel. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say I think this was a very well laid out seed, and I'm very happy with like the commitment to progression I put. I think that helps a lot in these scrub settings is to when you can do things, go do them, because you could also win big and get items in there like Shadow Temple late getting your long shot to just progress to water immediately. There was a lot of that felt like it can happen in scrubs, so was able to do that. I'm just really salty I didn't commit to my opening route I said I would do.
And Maria's done too. GG's.
There we go.
56th
Yeah.
place with a time of 3 hours, 15 minutes, and 19 seconds. Good job. This was a fairly quick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I've got my schedule cleared for the next hour plus. Scrub seeds can be can be pretty long sometimes, but not today.
You go in expecting like 5 hours or something, and then suddenly I got like 2 hours. What do I do?
Yeah.
Just boot up another seed and then get destroyed.
Yeah. Like Maria says she's gonna come join us for a quick interview as well.
Maria just joined.
GG.
Welcome, Maria. GG's. How you feeling about that seed?
Not the best, not the worst. Going South Hyrule earlier would have been a good play. Otherwise, I think wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like you did, like I have to point out something here real quick. Like your execution, your tricks were on point, and you did really well for like considering that you had so few hearts for like the entirety of the race.
Yeah, I was starting to like, wait, do I start to pick up the freestanding hearts? Like, nah.
Dodging them like a champ, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Time loss.
Yeah, what probably cost you the most of time was, well, you did all the overworld stuff before going to Shadow, when you could do Shadow. That's probably what cost you like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, some really great
I thought I was cutting out again.
Yeah, I was
was
really
saying your execution
unsure.
was great.
Yeah, don't think I messed up too badly. So that's good. I thought like I was unsure if it was Epona or Scale that was off in Ice Cavern. So I think that's one of the reasons I kind of did some overworld stuff before going Shadow, or once I found the hover boots.
Yeah. But I mean, you still did well, and like, there's no reason to beat you up for and like beat yourself up for any decision. Like, just
Yeah, for
every
sure.
wrong decision you make, you're going to like make a better one next time. I feel.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like it's rando. Like sometimes
Yeah.
one decision pays off, and another time it burns
Sometimes
you.
it doesn't. Yeah. It's just the game.
Yeah, that's just it. Some seeds, it pays to be super thorough and check everything on the way. Some seeds got to rush progression.
Yeah.
It's just there is no one right way to do it.
Exactly. But having finishes on race time at like 2:10 or 2:13 is like, okay, so it's probably
It
on the
makes you
way.
think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like,
tend to
it's
not check the race time too much, but I check it like every once in a while.
it's also really hard to not meta game once something happens.
Yeah,
It's
for
not.
sure.
Like, you're
Even when you hide and everybody says GG, you're like, oh, something happened. So it's really hard not to look.
Yeah, no, like I have OBS covering the whole race time room, and then I can peek on like first finishes when I feel like maybe 2 hours has passed now. We can see if this is a omega yet, and then like almost.
Anybody in chat questions for our they want to complain about or so for you folks who are here on the call, do you still have more qualifiers to do?
This was my 7th and final one, so
Same for me.
I've still got like 4
Congratulations.
more to do, so I got a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's still a decent amount of time. What about 10 more days?
Right.
Of course, yeah, for those of you who have done your 7, you're welcome to keep playing them. But yeah, we're coming up on the end of the qualifying.
Yep. Just it
we find
has
out
been a
about-
really busy month, and straight like a little bit over a week left to get your points in.
Yep.
Also, I just realized one final thing about the seed. I think you could actually beat it without. Wait, it depends on if there was anything in GTG in the strength locked room, but I think other than that, you could just straight up beat the seed. No, hover boots were available without keys.
Yeah.
So you could theoretically beat the seed without strength.
Oh wow.
Like,
good luck dodging all those strengths though.
Yeah, you got all of them, but you needed none of them.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Like,
logically you
logically
need a strength for shadow.
Yeah,
for shadow
because of the key. Yeah, but like you actually didn't need it.
Yeah. That's actually crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Pretty rare.
Yeah, water for the small key. But like, but just logically, like who needs more than 2 keys in water? Unless there's like an item and the boss key on both of them, or both of the checks that are 5 key locked.
Yeah.
Is there any more questions that you guys have, or is there any more questions from chat for the runners?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I mean, there's not that much to discuss about the seed, right? Because it was really straightforward.
The seed was very straightforward. Too straightforward.
The logic was real friendly.
I would have loved to play this, dude.
Yeah.
I would have dodged Hyrule Field so hard.
Even
Same.
with it being double buff?
I mean, in the early game, I would have. And like, I feel like if you don't go, if you don't go South Hyrule into Lake immediately, like you lose so much time already. Like that's like if you want to have a shot at like the first place, you really had to make this play.
I think it's really bad because one way of the hero for Hyrule Field was in Boulder of Destiny.
Yeah, so it was in Hyrule Field.
The other one was in Open Grotto, and then the other one was at Lake Hylia.
Yeah.
So
there was one in Fountain as well.
Fountain, there was one in Fountain.
In Fountain, okay. So yeah, there was a lot of places you could miss it.
Yeah.
True.
Why I just clear my way to the heroes. That's happened too many times where there's a second thing there and I just say, I already got it.
Yep.
But like 3 items? You think like bombs and hookshot are enough? But then like the dins?
Yeah.
Come on, cut me some. Let me do dungeons, dude. Don't want to spend all my time in the overworld.
To be fair, I think it's always good to be skeptical about a or like a bow way of.
Yeah.
There might be another one out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even a way of the hero bow this time.
Was it bomb bag?
In fact, I think you only needed the bow in the seed to beat Ganondorf. Logically, the hovers were not key locked, and the hovers were not. Or were the hovers bow locked in GTG?
I think they were on the Wolfos chest.
No,
Yeah,
that was for his wind on Wolfos.
That was
but
for
it was
Rosewind,
okay.
Yeah, for water keys. But again, like this bow for. You could have probably gotten keys without the bow, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
But at least it wasn't a Worth bow, so it was not.
Oh
like
no, River had the bow for them.
Oh yeah, you're right. River had the boss key. Yep, never mind.
It's not optional.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
I mean, the bow wasn't optional anyway.
Yeah.
Like you needed it for like one thing.
Well, I think about all we've got to cover for this restream. So big GGs again to Alien for great performance. Big thanks to all of our trackers. This really isn't possible.
Yeah, we kind of forgot to shout them out with how fast-paced and exciting the seed was.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Doing this, restreamers, trackers, commentators. Couldn't do without you guys.
Thanks for running.
And chat, of course. Everyone that participated.
Appreciate all y'all. It was super fun time.
Let's take the time here to shout out everyone. Our trackers being Melqui, Lee Harold, Siberian, and Karyokami. Our wonderful runners. Where did that get posted? Maria, Wildcat, Enigmatic Hylian, and Shawnee. And also my really enjoyable co-commentator of Alpha Field, and of course, Andos for restreaming this. And I think that's all of them.
Yeah, and thank you for keeping us entertained for these few hours, all of you. It's been quite a fun trip.
I think I used the command incorrectly for the bullshit.
Yeah, it's been a great restream. I really enjoyed it. Great. And tomorrow on Scrub Central, we've got our next qualifier, 6 p.m.
You're cutting out again.
Yeah,
I gotta figure this out.
Tomorrow we have the next qualifier at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 10 p.m. UTC. Then we got the 13th qualifier at the 25th of August at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. UTC. And another qualifier, August the 28th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time and 2 p.m. UTC. And then the last qualifier, 29th of August at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 10 p.m. UTC. So make sure to join those if you still want to qualify. And as a reminder, we also have the offline qualifiers you can request if you're not able to make these times to play.
Yeah, we're definitely on the final stretch here, guys. So if you really want to have a shot at this, just join some races, have some fun, and
I can really recommend it. It is a lot of fun. So unless the both of you have anything else to say, I think we will call it quits.
I think I'm good.
Excellent. Then thank you everyone for watching and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.